So
Only people know.
we have confirmation that Yoshi was originally intended to have Pobs.
Wait, really?
Yeah, look at the signature.
Yeah.
Hello, sorry, but I'm not home. But I have gone to rescue
yeah.
my friends who were captured by Bowser, which, of course, if Yoshi was here, would just sound like him saying his name over and over.
Or
Mario's just staring at the piece of paper,
or just
suddenly realizing that the Yoshis are intelligent enough to write and understand language.
I have a theory that I stand by that Yoshi is like a lost Pokemon. I mean, think about it. He only ever says his name. He basically exists for human exploitation.
It was foretold by Gyromancer.
By Gyromancer.
Truly, it was. And in fact, the Yoshis bestowed gyromancy upon humanity.
Yes. You see, the god of Silent Hill, the one that they were trying to get Heather Mason to birth, is actually Yoshi.
I see.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the Yoshi you would see on here. It would be the Yoshi that you see in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
My daughter will be the mother of Yoshi.
Meanwhile, Harry Mason is just has a defeated look in his eyes.
And he's like, well, there's only one way to beat this thing. I guess I've got to ride its saddle and then jump off a cliff and jump off its back at the literal last second. It's the only way to beat Yoshi.
Yes.
That was pretty good, 29. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. On some of them, I can get like the full 40. But I would. You don't want to ask how many times I played this game.
How many times have you played this game? I've asked.
You bastard!
I'm
supposed to act.
Like a computer that exceeds my stack. To try and store a variable that high.
I am probably gonna kill you by saying that I'm not actually a huge fan of this game.
Really? I thought Mario World was
like it
pretty
so much.
universal.
I didn't like it when I played it as a kid. I mean, I might try. I mean, I haven't played it in like years, but so I might play it again. And
Bob Chipman fucking had a heart attack.
My most controversial. Okay, that's not most controversial. But like one of my controversial things that Grizz and I'm calling you out, Groucho Marxist. If you ever get your ass on your stream instead of lurking on my server, I will give you ever more degrading nicknames. But when we argue about
Marxist,
yeah, it's my I don't know if he wants me to say his real name. And I don't know what screen name he's chosen because he's a bitch coward hiding in the corner.
I don't even see him on the. Oh, is it Arky?
He's Gay Luigi now. That's what I. Oh, damn it. There we go. Anyway, when we argue, I think I come down at the end of the day of my favorite old Mario actually being Mario 3.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like I know
That's
Mario
one of the
World
few
is.
old. That's one of the. Yeah.
We actually
That's
agree
one
on
of the
something.
few old- Yeah, that's one of the old. That's one of the few old Mario's I actually like.
I love these
Like,
guys,
more
these
than-
charge and
more
chuck
than-
guys.
Like more than just respect because of their importance. But like I respect all of them for the importance to the franchise. But the only one I like to play is 3. Like I've played that multiple times as a kid because I liked it.
And then of course the inevitable argument about what the real Mario Brothers 2 is.
Doesn't.
I was gonna say because there's Mario Brothers 2 in US, which is a reskinned Doki Doki Panic, and then there's the Lost Levels, which was Mario 2 in Japan.
I've heard that Doki Doki Panic was also originally going to be I heard it's kind of cyclical where
It was
they
a
weren't
trade
really
show.
sure what it was.
It was a trade show game actually that Nintendo ended up reskinning. It was like a specific thing that they. There we go. There's a 40.
So,
So the interesting thing about Mario World, though, that I think is hard to argue, even if it's not your favorite, is that it just has such a good engine. It just feels good. Like the movement feels good.
Yeah, I can see
I'm
that.
debating that in my head right now. Do I like it?
So,
Roshan's going full cat mode and deciding, does he like this or does he want to claw its eyes out?
there is that. I love that face on the cat where it's like, ugh, love or murder, love or murder. I just, oof, that's a tough heated right now. I don't know. The major sin of this game, I will tell you this game's greatest sin, okay?
What would that be, Kit?
They changed the pipe noise.
Oh.
Those bastards.
The old one is
Nintendo
perfect.
should be burned to the ground.
The old one is perfection. I think this is unholy.
Happily, it sounded like happily from what I remembered, they actually do change it back after this game, I do believe.
Yeah, they realized the error of their ways.
Also, hey Ren, welcome back.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Ren, what's your favorite old Mario game? Pop quiz,
I
hot shot.
I don't know. I never really played Mario because we never had any Nintendo stuff at my house ever. So the only time I could play Mario was when we went over to our aunt and uncle's house, and then we'd play stuff on their Wii or on their Switch or something. I think I played 3D World a lot. That's probably it.
I'm just making you. I'm making you a little quieter, Ren. Your microphone is too powerful. You're over
And how
9,000.
do you feel about 3D World being called an old Mario game?
I don't think it's an
I
old.
was gonna
I
say
don't
something
think it's
about
an
that.
old Mario. I don't think it's an old Mario game. It's the only one I played.
Oh, fair enough. It's like when you hear music that you remember liking when you were fairly youngish, being referred to as oldies. Like you guys have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some teenagers on the city bus that were talking about how Megamind was one of those old animated movies. It came out in 2010. I'm sorry.
Oh.
That
Even I
But
felt
then
old.
it is. If they're teenagers, they might have been born when it was, it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like what Toy Story, maybe not Toy Story, maybe what's the
God
that
damn
came out doesn't.
Okay, this is my first of my little self challenges to see how many one-ups I can get with a star. Ready? Damn it! Oh, that's Yoshi. That's okay.
Oh, I'm not ready. Sorry.
No
You
worries.
have to do it all again. Oh yeah, Kit. When you get the time, I responded to the thing.
Oh, thank you. Okay, 5 isn't bad.
You assume I assume you know what thing.
Yeah, I do.
They don't know,
No,
but we know.
they do not know.
They don't
It's a-
know. They can't
it's a-
know.
It's a secret to everyone.
It's a secret. It's the worst secret ever in the
Oh.
history of the world.
It's a secret
Oh.
to everybody. You get 300 rupees inside a cave in the first Legend of Zelda.
It's just a unique.
Inside a cave, huh?
Sorry. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I was gonna say because that's the line in the original Legend of Zelda. for
No,
the
no,
NES.
that's not why. That's not why.
Inside joke. It's no worries. Inside joke. Ooh, I love. Okay, prepare for the best music in this game.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
It's so good.
Where have I heard this before?
Oh, you haven't? Okay, we gotta be quiet for a sec. This is good stuff. Alright, doing a little butt wiggle to the music. Squishy things. Don't like squishy things.
Oh god, not the squishy.
No, no, I'm not ready for steppies.
It would be funny if somebody probably already did make a mod of it. Made a mod just replace those with just paws. just make them like giant feats.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because after all, furries are the most powerful programmers in history.
This is
They
objectively
really
true.
are. It's not even a joke at this point. Jesus Christ.
So isn't that good music? Like, I know it's kind of dated, but I think it's so good for a castle.
It aged well.
So I gotta tell you.
Yeah, my Super Mario World does have very good music. Then.
Well, I'll tell you one interesting thing about it if you listen for it. When what's his name? The composer. I can even see his face in my head. Koji Kondo. When Koji Kondo was doing this game, the Super Nintendo was like brand new, first game for this Super Nintendo, and so the whole sound font system was just totally new to them. And so to keep it easy on himself, he kept most of the songs with like one leitmotif. You'll hear one tune that he uses in literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you listen for it, it's actually really interesting because he uses a very simple, went easy on himself to create a simple recurring thing. And you can even hear it in the castle, you know, when you're in the ghost house when you're listening to it. Even though it's just very tone shifted, it's still the same core theme.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now they're throwing
That
baseballs at
power-up
me.
doesn't make him a furry in this game.
No, that is true. The raccoon suit was definitely... Although the cape is just fun as crap to fly around in, I think.
I disagree.
Oh.
That's actually what I was thinking of when I said I didn't really like the movement in this game. I don't like how it feels. I like how pretty much all the other movement items feel in other Mario games more.
Oh, well.
Like, you know, propeller hat, cat suit, whatever.
I thought the propeller hat was the clunkiest of all the flying items, personally. I mean, it gives you a good
Really?
boost, but I thought it was clunky in terms of, like, actually, like... Because it just delays. Once you're in the air, you're just kind of hanging. It's not really... Here we go!
I
Time
don't know,
for
maybe
you to
it's
break
like,
the game in half.
Pretty
that
much.
could be a very that could be my personal, you know, I played it when I was a kid and that's kind of what I'm used to. That could be my version of that.
No, I love this. I love the cape, personally. I'm pretty good with it.
Yeah, and they didn't do anything resembling the cape again. Because if you're good with that cape, you can basically just fly over all the stages and just win.
Yeah, it is very much a win button if you get good. Yoshi!
That's another traversal item. Oh, I like the Tanuki suit.
Yeah. Oh,
The Tanuki suit from Mario 3, yeah.
So you want to know a
Yeah.
funny
Where
story
you-
about Yoshi? The original
That
Mario
always
Bros.
felt
had
really good.
concepts of Mario riding a dinosaur, or like a lizard of some kind. Like, Yoshi's actually been around conceptually for a while. Actually,
Interesting.
I'm going to fly to the secret exit to show you the cape is just... lets you ignore so much.
Like, I know how busted the cape is, and I used it. I just didn't like it.
Ah, fair enough. So when you mentioned furries being powerful programmers, I was going to tell you about a really funny misunderstanding this year. So my younger sister knows that I'm a furry degenerate, and and I had mentioned offhandedly that I wanted programmer socks. Well, she let that slip, and my mom found out.
Oh dear.
So I go to open the late clothing gift, and I get socks, but they're regular socks with like computer code on them. And like, she did not get that reference, and I'm kind of glad.
Oh.
No, we're just gonna glide past that one.
Now it's time for the second best power
That
up
is
in the
actually
game.
pretty funny, dude.
Now it's time for the P balloon power up.
Oh yeah, the key balloon.
The
There
P
was something in
balloon.
there was a
sorry.
brief. There was a there was a brief thing in Mario Wonder that used this. If I'm remembering.
They've brought it back a few times. It's
Yeah.
really good in Mario
Very-
Maker.
It's a very weird item.
Because in Mario Maker, you can actually like direction aim it and like shoot yourself around better.
Mhm.
But see, if you listen, this is the same.
I'll be right back.
If you listen, this is the same theme. Da, 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 da. It's just made into a waltz. But it's the same as the overworld theme.
Yeah, I know the yeah. That's just very common in games in general. Just using, having a core theme and then carrying it through the entire game.
Yeah, I just think this is a really cool example because, like I said, that if you don't know, doing music with the NES and the SNES were just completely different. Like the NES had like dedicated sound channels that had like really finite limits. The Super Nintendo had a sound font system, so basically there was like all kinds of programmatic things you could do. But it's also why you could get like very different instrumentation, like getting an actual organ synth in Final Fantasy VI, for example.
Oh yeah, in the opera section.
There's that.
That's
There it
really
is.
cool.
Do 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 do. Dude, the Mario Maker remix of this is so good. They use an actual organ too.
Now I have the overworld theme from FF6 in my head.
That is a good theme. You could have a worse theme in your head. Love Terra's theme.
I need to finish that game. I'm like at the very end, and I just haven't finished it. Mainly because I like want to go around and find all the secrets and whatever, but it's just taking a while.
Well, that part of the game can always drag depending on how much you have left. Yeah. This is the only Boo boss fight. This is the only Ghost House boss fight in the game.
I'm lazy kitty.
You're sleepy kitty, is that what you said?
I said lazy kitty, but that works too.
Yeah, they kind of can go together.
Same thing, same difference.
Oh, geez, that's not what I meant to do. Good grief. I was changing Ren's audio, and I didn't mean to leave the cursor over ban, Ren. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Ren is now banned. Sorry, Ren.
Yeah, banned reason. I'm a dumbass.
Nah.
I'm just getting the Star Road out of the way first so I can get the color Yoshis.
He knows what he did.
So this is fun with the cape because you can just go wee through everything.
Everyone knows pine margins aren't allowed in streams.
That's true.
On the
Pine
internet, no
martins
one
are
knows.
never allowed.
On the internet, no one knows you're a pine martin.
Yeah, that is true.
I know.
Okay. Roshan has all our addresses and so we got a blue Yoshi now. So for people who haven't played this game as much, like I'm pretty sure most of you know this, Yoshi in this game gets like different abilities when he has different colored shells in his mouth. Sorry, I'm just gonna vor the hell out of this level. But Yoshi gets different abilities when different shells. The green one is just dependent on the shell color. The blue one gets wings. Actual wings for any colored shell.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Why am I saying like I don't know? I know.
You're doing it to make the stream sound interesting. Ah, yes, Kit. What you have to say is interesting. It's not something literally everybody knows.
No, I'm actually
You're not a boring old man.
I think even I was aware of some of this, and I've never played this game in my entire life.
Just teasing.
I was just joking. I'm just a Minecraft villager.
And I think I've seen probably some comic or other make a joke about that mechanic for the Yoshis. So I think even I saw that somewhere.
I really do love the Yoshis, and you know what's funny is they're like the Tails of the Mario world. Like I always identified with Tails a lot as a kid, being the younger tag-along brother. But I also kind of identified with Yoshi in just being the little buddy, the
creature.
He's just there to help you out. I gotta jack this guy's cloud. Look at me, I'm a Lakitu. I'm gonna throw shit at you while you run and panic and get the air raid sirens out.
Get the gyromancy out.
Oh no, the spinies are falling. It was foretold by gyromancy. Did you see the frightened ones? Did you see the falling bombs?
Yes.
Did you
I
ever
did not.
wonder why we had to run for shelter in the cover
Gotcha.
of a brave new spiky newborn day? I'm just gonna butcher Pink Floyd for fun and profit.
This one
How
does.
could you? You
So
have
see, Yoshi can
committed
get. So even though I got a red shell, I'm just gonna cruise. I'm just cruising, you know.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to get the Star Road
I'm
out of the
sorry,
way.
Kit. I'm sorry, Kit, you violated the law.
Have? Oh,
Yeah.
You
no.
violated the law.
Oh crap! Oh crap! 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 No! Sorry, Yosh. You got me there, though.
Sad day for all.
You got me there, though, buddy. Good boy. So, fun fact: I could actually finish the game right now.
Yeah, I know. There's like some secret exit.
So
or
dumb
something.
how quickly you can do that. Like I just finish it right now.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, that's silly.
only lame people do that.
I wanted a cool colored Yoshi.
Only lamos.
So you know what one of the best parts of the Game Boy Advance version of this game is? They
No,
made it.
I don't.
They made it so that once you get the different color Yoshis, they have a chance of coming out of the normal question blocks in other levels.
Huh? That's interesting.
So you don't have to come back to the Star Road every time you want one.
Nice.
Casual arson.
Brielle approves if you're a big enough fan.
Real approved.
Casual arson. Why not competitive arson?
Yeah, so get good, scrub. Your arson game is the worst.
Is lagging.
So I gotta do the regular entrance. Or exit, rather. It is important to learn the difference between an entrance and an exit, just in a general sense.
No, I don't want to.
It was
That's what I
contrarian.
want.
Oh, god damn it. The contrarian cat today.
Yes.
You jinxed me.
He does that. He's a menace. He's truly a menace.
See, we have a parrot. We had a
This is cat. This is cat discrimination.
We had a Quaker parrot named Jade, and he was just such an asshole. And like he could be really cute, but like he also just like actively enjoyed human suffering.
Of course.
As one does.
All good animals do.
It's a measure of a floof. But yeah, so like it was uncanny. Like we could watch the news, and it'd be like, there was 3 people went to the hospital in a devastating accident on the highway, and he'd go, ha 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 ha. Just every time. It was the weirdest thing.
Did he know what they were saying?
No, but like so the thing about parrots that people don't get is they aren't just mimicking. Like they do learn, like they're really good at learning like some degree of context, like in body language or like situationally. So like they are mimicking, yes, but they do have some degree of understanding.
I see.
So if I do this right, I can keep my Yoshi. Ugh. Da, 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 da. Yep.
I don't know. I think I posted that article before, but cats often do understand. They just don't give a shit. They're just
I'm back.
like
Come on,
they're
one
just
more.
like they know what you're trying to do. They can figure it out, but
Oh man, they're immune
they
to
just don't.
fire.
They care. They just don't care. Because they're kitty. Why would they care?
They just know they're better than us and then are content with that arrangement.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the same bird. I know I've told some of you this story, but I don't think I might not have told Ren. This was the same parrot who learned, after hearing it, like, I swear to God, once or twice, the phrase, shut your pie hole. It just, like we didn't say that very often, but, like, it was, like, his favorite thing to say.
I know you've mentioned that to me, but yeah, it's funny.
it was his favorite thing to say. We had to lock the little bastard up during the Christmas party because he just yelled it at the top of his lungs.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Maybe parrots and cats are not so different.
So that's the thing. I would
Little-
advise everyone in the
little-
audience, be cautious about getting pets that are smarter than you.
Both can be little shits if they want to be.
Speaking of
But
getting new pets, my parents are probably, hopefully, going to get a new Basset Hound puppy,
Oh, cute.
and he's an old black Basset Hound. And my dad is going to name him Bucephalus
Oh wow.
after Alexander the Great's horse, which roughly translates to stubborn.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I feel like that's just going to come back to bite us in the
How-
ass.
yeah, how
and
are you
that
gonna
we're
address
end up
that?
with
Like how do you like?
even the-
Is there a shorthand for that?
even
Like just call him
we're
Bucky or
gonna
something?
call him Bew,
Bew. That works.
but I feel like that's gonna come back and bite us in the ass because he's probably gonna end up being smarter than us and very stubborn.
Basset hounds
No,
are pretty
you.
smart.
They are.
When we got Teddy, it took us a while to name him. Teddy was being rehomed for the dumbest reason. Like, I actively
Yeah,
don't.
the floofy gene.
Yeah, and because he had a slightly wonky. I actively detest the American Kennel Club and like the dog breeding culture.
Yeah, it's
I think it's disgusting. Like Teddy
It's
is
not,
the sweetest dog. He's very healthy. He's very vigorous. He's way too vigorous. He can drag me on a leash, the little bastard. Now normally I enjoy that, but I like it more when I know where I'm going.
I was expecting something like that. to
Normally
come
you
up.
enjoy that, but more so in the bedroom than when you're walking your dog.
Your Honor, I would like to plead the fifth on whether I have taken romantic walkies.
Yeah.
is that admission to that?
You cannot infer guilt from that statement.
Can I not?
That is true.
That is pleading the fifth, so it's not part of anything.
I see.
I love the shell abilities that you get for the Yoshis.
Me too. That's really fun. Okay. So now we're gonna do this. I'm gonna enlist the Koopas to kill each other for me. Whoops. Damn it. I'm gonna screw it up royally, and then I'm gonna do it. Thank you.
Yeah, you would think that he would just make the choice to jump into the shell instead of kicking it.
Well, you saw how cranky he was. He needed to kick something. He's just having one of those days. When we got Teddy, we didn't know his old name, his puppy name, his sort of temporary name was Vinny. And I think that the reason they called him Vincent was because he did have the one wonky ear. But you know, he was ours. He was still a tiny little puppy, so you know, we wanted to name him. It was, you know, we had a different relationship with him. We don't think that he was treated especially nicely. Like, we think that he was definitely treated like he had the food, he had the shelter, but we don't think he had like a ton of human like affection because like he didn't get it at first. Which is very weird for a dog, generally, who's that friendly overall. But we were thinking of a name, and I wanted to name him Twinkie.
Right. And your mom said we didn't drive all this way for you to call this dog a Twinkie his whole life.
Yeah, and so like, he's unofficially I treat it as his middle name. He's Teddy Twinkie Dog.
Teddy Twinkie Dog.
Teddy Twink Doggo.
I also
don't
thought
call the dog a twink. That's weird.
I also thought
You can call the cat a twink, though.
I also thought Finnegan would have been a good name. I don't know why, it just seemed like Finnegan would have worked. But Teddy's very cute.
So, I'm gonna guess your mom chose Teddy then?
Yep, that was the one that was best for her. I mean, it was her dog anyway at the end, but it's still family kind of thing. We don't like. My mom's the most important person in the world to her. Like he will follow her everywhere. But if she happens to be gone, I'm his best buddy. Oh, this is another thing that again probably everybody knows. But listen to the music. Hear the little bongos.
Yeah.
It only does that when you're riding a Yoshi.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun little.
It's another thing Mario games like doing.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Getting theater school flashbacks. The one they made us do that was really hard for me was the big black bear, or the big black bug, but the big black bear, and the big black bear bled blue.
Yeah, that's
very very.
Why am I not surprised
Roshan.
Kit can do tongue twisters?
He's
There's some that I can do pretty
Don't do
well
it.
because
I can
of French,
resist.
and there's some that I absolutely cannot figure out. Ironically, I have a much easier time with English tongue twisters than I do in French. I couldn't tell you why.
Wait, this is probably a stupid question, but is French or English your like language?
My
spoken at
first
home?
language is French.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, because I do school in English now, I probably speak more English than I do French, but I learned French first.
I mean, in Quebec, that's a pretty big deal for them. They like being a Francophile is like a serious thing they seem to care about.
Yeah, so much.
Well, I knew that there were English speakers in Quebec, so
I am not normally what you would expect from an English speaker. My parents really wanted me to learn English because they don't like Quebec. I share that with them, honestly. They don't like Quebec much, and so they've basically like they had in mind that if I can speak English, then I can just move out to pretty much anywhere in the world. Well, not anywhere in the world, but like a lot of places. And just handle myself fine. So they sent me to this private school because you can't teach English in public schools outside of like grades 7 to 11.
Oh, geez, even though it's like literally the world's trade language.
Yeah, so they sent me to this private school so I could learn English, and as a result of this, I've been speaking English pretty much my whole life. But that is the reason that I speak well, I guess, and also I'm lucky that I'm good with accents because I know a lot of French speakers and their English accent is not great.
Yeah,
I think it's
really,
just something I'm
I
lucky
would
to
not have
have.
guessed.
No, because your English is great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would not have guessed that you were a native French speaker, which is
I wouldn't have
why I had
thought
to ask.
you were from Quebec. I would have thought you were from southern Canada, more like.
I learned a lot of my
Southern-
English from television.
You know, it's funny. I've
Actually-
heard
As
that.
did
before.
most Americans.
It's funny.
As
I've heard
did
that
most
before.
Americans.
There's a webcomic artist I like, Keon, who does the Dear Ideal comics, and he's Chilean, and he learned English with like a
Keon?
dictionary and Ultima.
I know that.
Keon has done some of the most kick-ass art.
Oh, I think
I've
seen
ever
her.
had
I think
done.
I've seen their
The one with
characters before.
the one showing off Kit's shield is was done by Keon, and then the one where Kayla has the twin sword is also Keon.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're saying Ultima, like the game
it's-
series.
Yeah,
Ultima?
yeah.
Kiaun, right?
Yes. And the comic
I've
is
seen
called
this- I've
and the
seen
comic
this
is called
guy's-
Dare Ideal. I highly recommend it.
Oh. Yeah, I know I've seen his cat character before, and I like.
Yeah, the thing is, Roshan, I'm not sure how you would feel about that comic because the main cat, Aiden, he's not treated especially well by the humans. He's a genetically engineered cat person, and
Well, that sounds basically exactly like the situation before the whole thing's happened in my setting.
but you will see like very graphic, unpleasant things because Keon really needed it to be visceral.
Yep.
I mean,
so he's
I'm not
thinking-
I mean, as long as the character is like, I can see the character get beaten up as long as it's not.
There'll be stuff that's like medical. You'll see like medical
That's
stuff as well.
Fine, I can handle it. I love cats, but like if they're the main character,
And you'll like Ivory.
Like-
Ivory would be your favorite. I just am predicting now.
Ivory.
Later in the comic, you find out that there's another cat that they made. They call them Xenos. Similar to the Warhammer term, but obviously different context. Oh, I didn't know there was one up in there.
Oh yeah. Ivory is probably. I think Ivory is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you'd like Ivory. Her official designation, I
think
think, is Beta.
I think I've seen her pictures before on his Affinity.
Yeah, he
'Cause
does
she's a beta
great
male?
stuff. Well, because the first one was referred to as Alpha officially, so like he was
Right.
the Alpha phase, she was the Beta phase. The
I haven't really
Xenos
thought of,
end up
like-
becoming an entire race eventually in part of the timeline.
Yeah. So that's kind of sounds like the situation. Like I said, that sounds like basically my setting for my cats.
Yeah, it is
know.
similar.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, but I highly recommend that if you like webcomics.
Yeah, I haven't thought of the details for it, but
Okay, I want to do the shrinky growy pipe section, even though I don't have to. It's literally pointless, but I want to do it. I like the
yeah,
shrinky
Ivory
glowy.
is who is so the Xenos are basically just cat people, right?
They actually end up being more than just cats. They end up having like exiguous Xenos, which are like rabbits and mice. You end up having Custodes, which are like canids generally.
Literally ripped off
the
from
first
the
one-
custodians from
the first ones are-
Warhammer.
But the first ones are cats. It looks like.
Yes, and they're the most versatile. So they're no.
Okay, so update on Mega Man. Me doing Mega Man Legends. I just got enough money to get the light chip. I'm not going to get it until after the stream starts. So I decided to use 10,000 of the money to just increase my health.
Okay,
That works.
sounds good.
I don't mind getting.
Almost.
I don't mind spending the money to get more health off screen, but getting important items I want to get on stream.
That sounds fine.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So more can kicking.
Always.
So you said you got a commission from this person, right?
2. 3, actually 3. I have 3 commissions from
Did
Keon.
they do a regular commission?
If you, yes, but the slots are. He usually gives slots to his Patreon supporters first.
Are you a Patreon supporter?
I am.
How expensive is his Patreon? Well, first I want to read his comic and see if I like it first.
yeah.
But
I've got the
Oh,
After
it's not
Dark.
that
I've got the After Dark tier, so I can see the naughty stuff.
so you're the $5 per month. That's not that bad.
I do keep a Patreon budget, just because I don't know. A lot of the art is really important to me. Like when I was sick, like a lot of creative media meant a lot to me. So I really try to support the art that I enjoy.
I'll read the comic and see if I like it, and if I do, I'll see if I can commission them and join Patreon.
Yeah. So Keon also did a mouse girl, for Lost Paradigm, named Xeon. Put it in stream chat. Because I haven't shared this one in
Mice
a
are
while.
food.
This one's going to be a little hard to chew on, I'd imagine.
Heresy to Kitty.
There she is. And then just for fun, he also did like a game sprite version of her, just as an experiment.
That reminds me, when I was walking my cat
There
to
you
the
go.
vet
There you go.
a couple days ago, we passed by a squirrel, and she stopped mewling in distress for like 15 seconds just to look at the squirrel. Murdering
Aw,
the
that's
squirrel.
cute.
Isn't she?
Murdering the squirrel.
I like. Oh, that was the stupid. No.
Oh, this artist, yeah.
Yeah. This is the character Xeon. She's from Lost Paradigm, which is kind of like a prototype game I'm making that's simpler than Snowdog. It's a good stepping stone, I think.
Oh yeah, she's made of metal.
She's part of a slave race that and ends up like in a rebellion. But
As you do.
But they're forced to work in conditions where like they're trying to like excavate parts of a tainted gem, and it's basically got a form of magic radiation that like deteriorates their bodies, so they just start replacing them with metal bits.
I see. Dang, now I'm starting to realize that my setting isn't that unique. It's pretty much everyone.
You know, I think it's just because there's commonalities. That was really close.
Yeah. I guess the unique thing is the specific modern history, like with the...
Well, and you've really put a lot more thought into like actually making them cats and not just stand-ins for people that look like cats.
Well, yeah, because if they're gonna be cats, I want them to be, you know...
I'm just saying some anthro stories do ones where you could swap them with humans and there would literally be no difference.
Lackadaisy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
As much as I enjoy as much as I do enjoy Lackadaisy, and they add like cat noises and cat mannerisms to the characters, if you remove all of that and replace them with humans, there would be no change in the quality of the writing.
True, yeah.
Yeah, it's not baked in.
It's supposed to be just the US too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be just
America during the
Prohibition.
Yeah.
I think a good fantasy setting with like anthropomorphic like animal races is good if it manages to like make them different from just regular human people. Just like in any meaningful way. If everyone could be a human and nothing changes, I'm not invested in them being animal people so much.
Yeah, stands to reason.
Yeah, but when it comes to Lackadaisy, I don't. When it comes to Lackadaisy,
totally
I am
murder this guy in
invested
5
in them
seconds,
as
but
characters
I'm not gonna do it.
because they are very well written.
Oh right, it's just
Yeah, I
not
like-
invested as just not invested as animals as much.
Yeah, I like them as characters, not as like cat
Not as
people.
yeah, they don't really feel like cats. You know, I feel like
Yeah, the closest thing that they could get away with when it comes to them being cats is when it's outside the comic, like you see scenes of Mordecai trying to like kill a bug, and you see him like standing on all fours, going
yeah, but
meow.
Could everyone do me a favor, or anyone who's free? It's not urgent, but someone who's free, could you please see what my profile looks like on Discord? Because I think it's doing a thing that I am getting that I really don't like, but I'm curious what you guys are seeing on
profile on Discord.
like if you click my name, if you click my icon,
Yeah.
and you get the little pop-up
Yeah.
that shows the about me and
I
whatever.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
Does
It
it
shows like a crystal or something that shows on?
Does it say streaming to Team Snowdog?
Yes.
No, it does
It says streaming retro arc for streaming to Team Snowdog.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because Discord, it
Okay,
looks like
yes.
they're doing a thing, because it looks like Discord is doing a thing where they will tell everyone that you're friends with what channel and server you're doing shit in, and I am not liking this.
Yeah, it says streaming to Team Snowdog Retro Arch playing for 1 hour.
I don't like that at all.
I was gonna say
Isn't
you
there
do
like a
have
streamer mode
Yeah, and
that
it's-
you can
it's-
turn
it's-
on for this.
That might be something that, yeah, it's probably just a settings thing, but I don't like that by default. Like, especially because like I have a joke voice chat channel called How Old People Sexed. And that would be fun
Oh
to
my
out of
gosh.
context.
I've heard that name.
Yeah.
So like I don't want it to be like Kit Cavett is doing how old people sext.
Yes. I mean, it would be.
Yeah, that sounds like
It
something.
would be
you do,
horrifying
though,
for you,
yeah.
but it would be funny for a moment.
Yeah, because that is the name of a chat. That's the name of a voice channel in another server.
So it's like people who know me wouldn't. That would like surprise very few people, but I still don't want it just doing that without my permission.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you do. I think you can go into settings and disable that.
That is understandable.
Because I do think a lot of people would look at that and go, yeah, that tracks. But I don't want that for everybody just by default.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, now this part I don't like. You got to get through these Koopas. So I got to see if I can thin them out. Should have saved that shell from below. I'll do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Oh, did I sail past the secret exit? I did, I sailed past the secret exit. Damn it. I want the Switch Palace. Gotta get up there.
Okay, I think you can go to. I think you can go to activity settings and go to activity privacy.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It says first one is display current activity as a status message and share your activity status by default when joining large servers.
I thought I turned that
Yeah.
off, but I could be wrong.
I don't think it's the live service thing. I think it's just the activity thing.
Then again, when Discord doesn't update, sometimes it just borks your settings. Maybe I just didn't tweak it after that.
Maybe.
I still
don't know.
don't have the new Discord update on my phone.
You are fortunate.
Yeah, you're a lucky little man.
It's not like the worst. Oh, okay, that was stupid. It's not like the worst one I've ever seen. Like it is functional, it is organized, but it is really bad if your muscle memory was used to the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
haven't gotten
Damn
the
it.
update either. I haven't gotten the
Stupid
update
turtle.
either, honestly. I don't know why, but I guess I'm fortunate as well.
Stupid ass turtle. I will have my
Every
vengeance.
single time a new update rolls up, I just hope it doesn't do the thing.
Bless you.
There's 209.0. My stuff just auto updates, even though I tell it not to whenever I enter the App Store for any reason.
We love
I don't know why
technology
it
that
does
doesn't
that.
do what you literally ask it to in the settings,
What
which
sucks-
seems to be really common.
What sucks is it just feels like we don't really own our stuff.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
feels
we
like
really
we're just
don't.
kind of using it, and like they can just sort of override shit on demand.
Yeah, that is a big issue, especially when it comes to video games. When you buy digitally, if you buy
Yeah.
digitally, then you don't actually own the product because they can easily just go like, "Well, this game is no longer available on the store," and if the game is no longer available on the store, then it's impossible for you to download it again.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I screwed that one up.
The best example of this is, if I recall correctly, I think a lot of material from I'm trying to remember what it was called. It's like a whole bunch of WB material is vanishing, if I recall correctly, like moving from one streaming platform to another.
Why does everyone wait till I'm on a stream or a voice call to have everyone and their fucking dog DM me?
It's
this-
because their dogs want to fuck with your streaming schedule.
It's
Yay.
cute. They think I have a schedule.
Yep, I love that location. I love the place where you can just get everything.
Top secret area, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, you're
get
not
on.
gonna try and go. You're not gonna try and go for completing all of the super secret stages early.
I am gonna do all of them. I'm gonna do every
Because
level. Every level.
I was gonna say, because if you do all of the super secret stages early, then you get the autumn skins on everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna do so. I've got the upper and the lower route. and the upper one is harder, but the lower one is more vibey. I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I kind of want to do vibey because then I get the Switch Palace. Plus, I can satisfy the autistic part in the back of my head that's going, do it in order, fucko. Do it in order, fucko.
Jeez.
Is that what your mind calls yourself?
That is the least of what my mind calls myself.
Yeah, I was about to say my mind calls me worse.
No, like the whole "you're your own worst enemy" is very true for some people.
Yes, it
I
is.
see.
Yeah, I'm lucky not to have an internal monologue, but sometimes when I think things, I just surprise myself to be like, hey, idiot. And I'm like, whoa, who are you talking? Oh, me, oh.
Yeah.
So I have a bad habit of talking to myself.
Who the hell is talking? Oh, that's me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I make myself, I end up calling myself a dipshit.
And it's a bit silly because, like, I don't actually have, like, a passive internal monologue. Like, there is no voice in my head that narrates my thoughts or anything. So if I talk to myself, it's conscious, basically.
You know, it is interesting that a significant portion of the population don't have that. They don't have like an internal monologue.
Yeah. It surprised me to, like, hear that some people did have one.
I know.
Yep.
I actually know somebody who has. The name's going to escape me. I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, I have a question about that poll. Did they ask the same person like do they ask those same people then? Do they believe that like whatever deity they believe in talks to them? Because if whatever deity believes in them talks to them is their internal monologue. It's just they believe in something else.
That is. I would imagine that they would account for that in the psychological study, but I have no idea. I don't know the actual details of like the surveys.
I don't know how you would account for that besides just asking. Because you have to make an assumption that, you have to look at how many religious people there are. You have to consider, there's a lot of uncertainties.
It's why psychology is a soft science. It's why psychology is a soft science because so much is dependent on self-report.
Yeah.
You just have to literally ask people.
Soft.
3.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
There's very
soft
little.
science.
Yeah, I mean that is the term.
I think you do have to be a lot. You do have to take a lot of soft science with a grain of salt, though.
It needs more peer review than literally anything else because you really need to, because it's super subjective. So you definitely need as much control as wide a sample as possible.
Even hard science can be a bit subjective when it comes to like what data you consider significant. Because you do have to make a choice of. Because sometimes because like when fitting data, you get some number for like how well it fits, right? You'll get some chi-squared over n value.
Yeah, you get measurements.
Whether
basically.
you think that's good or it's good enough is entirely subjective because there's no, that's one of the things with numbers is that they can get, there's no objective measure to how good a number is. So,
that's. I was gonna say because if scientists were actually good, then they would take this mantra from Mythbusters to heart. Failure is always an option.
Yeah,
because
oh, man.
Because they're supposed to be taking a lot of scientists do hypotheses before they perform an experiment, right?
Well, yeah,
So you have to know what question you're asking, and even formulating a question can have problems because what question you're asking is of relevance.
Yeah. So
it's often not as much a hypothesis. It doesn't have to be a hypothesis. It could just be an area of study. Like, you're studying how like yes, you usually like. It's usually like kind of like a hypothesis. Like, for example, we did a lab about, how droplets form, right? And like, the shape a droplet forms. And you have like some, theory, just pure mathematics will often give you a basic. So the hypothesis is sort of just like theoretically you expect this. Is that what you get? And if yes, then that's that's point in favor of your theory. But yes, you do have to have that knowledge look in this specific place and to model a specific way.
Yeah, and it's I actually, to look at it from a computer science perspective, I had a professor who had a quote I liked. Well, maybe not a quote, but just like he explained the concept really well. He said that information is just the raw numbers. It's just everything you have laid out. Or damn it, data is just the numbers. Information is what you derive from it.
I mean, if information has a real physics definition,
well,
but if you're going by the layman's definition.
Well, in a CS sense, it's more of a CS sense. Like because if you think about like a database, right? Like a relational database, it can have like think about like Amazon's database, for example. You have like a mess of orders. You've got like returns. You've got people's digital libraries. So you've got just a mess of stuff. But then rage. But then you go into the database and you say, okay, I'm going to query this. I want every customer whose name is starts with an R with an active order, and that is the information from the data. So having raw numbers, so you can get stuff out of raw numbers just by asking different questions.
I see. Because in physics, information is like a real quantity related to entropy.
Well, math. You use terms that are terms that are probably a little more.
I'm thinking of it probably a different version of information, like the physics information definition.
Yeah.
Which is related to
the Marcus brother.
Hey, you made it, man. How you doing?
Hey, Grizz.
I wish to see the Marcus
No!
brother. Oh.
No,
There
I mean
he
not
is.
no to you. You no to being a dumbass.
Trust me,
No
I
to
watched.
being spanked by a bat.
I know several bats who just giggled.
They don't know why they giggle, but they giggled.
Somewhere out there.
Stoker giggled.
Do I tell them about?
I still want.
Do I tell them about?
Do
I tell them about the literal pet bat I have in one setting? Do I tell them?
What?
Okay.
Pet bat? What?
You can't just say the words pet bat and then not elaborate.
For whatever reason, Streamlabs made Grizz go poof, so I'm gonna bring you back. I think it's because it
Yeah, that
crashed.
sounds about right.
I am
It
die.
crashed on me at one point. No, I'm just I'll just leave it in the fact that I have an extensive history of online roleplay and fiction, writing fiction. Reactive.
And become die.
But
Just leave it
oh,
to
and by the
vanilla
way,
dome music.
Streamlabs desktop is showing up on screen.
Yeah, that's because that's Grizz, because I didn't, because his URL is borked.
Oh yeah, it does the same thing for any reactive.
It's just because it's a browser source.
Yeah.
And it didn't save your ornament either, honestly.
I was gonna say they did update reactive so that you can have multiple overrides.
Yes, that was nice. Now I'm doing this on purpose. Actually, this is Kit's education hour on streaming. It's definitely not something that I just royally borked. I am gifting you with wisdom. It is because I love you all so dearly that I hold up the Mario brothers on their journey.
Oh, there. I am just stomping over the tree right now.
Yeah, I know. You're just Godzillaing my Kitmas tree.
Yeah, put him behind.
He's coming
Hi,
in,
behind the tree.
coming in full Grinch mode.
Yeah, you can put Grizz behind the tree and act like he's hiding behind it.
Okay, that would be funny. You want to be an ornament or you want to hide behind the tree? Because I kind of like the ornament I made
Just
for you.
have Grizz start behind the tree, and then slowly, as the stream goes on, he slowly
getting-
creeps out from behind it until he's fully exposed by the end of the stream.
I am working
Then he
on.
turns into an ornament.
I am working on making things a little more dynamically animated, but that is a little more involved.
To see a who, a kitty loo who, no more than the age of 32. I don't know. You're probably
In case any of you are curious, I'm posting the definition of I'm posting the information definition in physics in the.
Hey Grizz, you get to be up here because you're my shining star.
I posted it in the stream chat just in case anyone's curious. Will be.
It's definitely not because I'm
Yeah.
literally just out of room.
It's a
Oh, thank you for that.
it's a specific function in physics.
Oh yeah, we were talking about very different things. Yeah, my bad.
It's really you use this
I'm
type
going
of
blind. Why not?
information to
I haven't died yet. Why not?
generate like what? Because like information is related to entropy in physics.
Now entropy is such a wild
You know.
concept. I have like
It's real.
I get it. Like I get it kind of like conceptually, but it's just like hard to like
It just feels
It's
like
just
the fact
magic.
it exists is
It's
just a hard thing to think
measure
about.
It's just a measure of how much in the phase space. It's just how much of phase space corresponds to energy. You know, you can get a. You know,
I guess it's just the
because
fact
like
that
you
they
basically you generate this. Basically there's this function. I forget the name of the function. I learned in my thermodynamics class in statistical physics that tells you like
Whoa, we got green balls.
how much of the space corresponds to can you know how many configurations of the space correspond to a specific energy level, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's I think we so you get that function, and then entropy is a entropy. Yeah, let me look it up just too, so I have the functions available to me.
I think what gets to me is that it generally brings up like the conversation or like the notion of heat death.
Oh,
I think
I'm talking about just the very basics of it.
Yeah, I'm just saying why I think it can seem unsettling to me is because it's correlated with that conversation.
Okay, here we go. I found that very amusing.
Where I
You
just want to look
you
at,
enjoyed me running from big
Ah,
you
yes,
enjoyed
yes.
me running from the big
Okay.
balls.
yeah. So basically, the symbol used in thermodynamics for the amount of configurations in the phase space. The phase space is just. It's basically, let's say you have like degrees of freedom, right? In physics, in statistical physics, which is thermodynamics, basically, these will correspond to, in the simplest case, the position and momentum of each particle. That's the basis of, if you're just, measuring a bajillion particles in space, you can measure their position and their momentum.
Okay.
So then you have something called the number, the Hamiltonian. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I have not.
No.
Basically,
I apologize. I apologize that you have to speak to us like we're 5-year-olds. But that's where we're at.
Have you heard of kinetic energy plus potential energy?
Yes.
Like in your high school?
Yes.
Yes. Now we're
Okay, that I've
talking.
heard.
Now we're talking familiar
That's
territory.
that. Hamiltonian is just a very fancy way to say kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is usually going to be. We think of that as the total energy of the system, right?
Yeah.
That I'm assuming you've heard of,
fingers.
right?
Yes.
Big
Okay.
fingers.
So just think of Hamiltonian as the total energy, right? Kinetic energy plus potential energy, right? That's not. So basically, what the number of configurations corresponds to is it's if you take the sum over all of the values that the Hamiltonian can take, right? You take all the values that the Hamiltonian can take as a function of, position and momentum. Position affects potential energy, momentum affects kinetic energy, obviously. So basically, that will that will give you a function of those things,
Yeah.
and then what the number of configuration you get the number of configurations by summing over all the values of those momentum and positions that correspond to a particular energy level, and we call that value omega. Right, so that's where the number of configurations, the number of state that corresponds to a particular energy level. That's why entropy is a function of that.
Okay, I think I finally
Right.
have at least a little bit of my tiny baby peanut brain following you. I think I'm following you now, a little bit. Better.
And then what entropy is it's the logarithm of that value. Why is it the logarithm? That involves energy. That involves entropy theory or information theory. And I posted that screenshot that describes it. But we basically I cannot describe an hour of lecture notes that I took in class as because that's just a lot of mathematical proofs. But just trust me that if you do the math, you work out that entropy will be proportional to the logarithm of the number of configuration.
That's cool. I really admire that you have the kind of mind that can look at math proofs and not have some degree of being overwhelmed by it.
Oh, I do. It's just eventually I learn.
Fingers.
I am a math major as well as a physics major, so.
Fingers, you've given me you're giving me another opportunity to be educational as a streamer, because again, this is something I did intentionally. Putting the ornaments in front of. Putting.
Oh no, I think Fingers sitting in front of the tree is cute.
Yeah, but Ren's floating on his chest.
Ren is now Fingers' nose piercing.
Yeah, I was say Ren hanging on Fingers' nose. I don't know how cute that is.
So sometimes pop science gets things wrong, but when it comes to entropy being a function, being related to the number of states, that is completely correct. It is related to the number of states that correspond. They just don't describe what the number of states means. It means the number of states that corresponds to a specific energy level as a function of that. So you'll get some, if you plug in energy, right, that'll give you some value of entropy dependent on what the number of configurations that corresponds to that energy level is.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Okay, interesting. So just a broader thing, real quick. Did you know you wanted to go into this when you went to college, or did it take some?
Basically, I knew I'd be a math and physics major. That was
okay.
I was in the science bowl in high school, which is basically a science competition. You get 5 seconds to answer a question, and you have to buzz in. It's one of those game tournaments where you have to buzz in.
Oh, good! It's a anxiety
Game
attack.
show.
It's an anxiety attack school.
It was very anxious. It was anxiety inducing, but I did it. Basically, it was just my friends in the group, so that made it much more tolerable.
Goodbye, Mario.
First death, because I was trying to land the pipe. First death. Ugh.
Oh, by the way, when you were talking about entropy, I took the opportunity to summon entropy to the stream chat. To the stream chat thing.
Oh, is that what that is?
Have anybody ever played Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Because that's entropy.
Yeah, it just didn't occur to me. I was Marioing, so I was only glancing at it.
Yeah.
I like that as a verb, Marioing.
It's a hold on, yo. I got a Mario for a while.
I wasn't on.
That's
here
I was
earlier.
gonna say that's another game series that I might have to play at some point is Crash Bandicoot. But I'm gonna be torturing myself if I play the remasters, because what they decided to do.
The remasters are pretty decent.
The remasters are pretty decent, unless you're on the bridge stages of Crash 1.
Because they didn't bother to change, they changed his hitbox and made it a lot more round and concise with his model. They didn't change the layout of the map to reflect that, though.
And Crash 1 has some of the worst camera angles and of its time.
So you end up sliding off of the planks on the bridge if you're not on there precisely.
Lovely.
No, that would be good. So,
Yeah, but I have not played any platformers besides like Mario and Sonic. I think the only platformers I played. Well, no, that's not true. I played Celeste.
Celeste is very cool.
Oh damn.
I
Celeste
almost
is
beat.
great.
I almost 100%ed that game when I was playing it. I got very good at it, and now if I probably went back, I'd probably suck again.
Dude, I tried chapter 9, like,
Oh, Farewell is
The-
hard. Ugh, I didn't
yeah,
like
I
it.
tried.
Yeah.
I was like, I did pretty decent. I did some B-side stuff, including the
Yeah.
awful, like, the really awful, the hotel. The hotel.
Oh,
And then I
God,
played it, and it's like, oh, I need to know speedrunning tech and be able to beat this thing.
Yeah,
All right.
I learned the speedrun tech because you had to do it to complete the B versions and C versions of every stage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this
And
castle,
I did that. I did that because I was
Castle fame.
bored over the summer and wanted to make myself feel pain.
as one does.
If you want, there's really fun modded Celeste stuff that adds like a bunch of new maps, and I like stopped playing the game because I was just stuck on Farewell. And
Yeah.
there's this mod that has like a bunch of easier maps, and I found it really fun. I can like send it to you if I can find it. It's this collaborative mod called Strawberry Jam, and there's some for all types of difficulties.
Yeah, I do think
It's
they
really
really
beautiful.
should have introduced these techniques like much earlier on into the game than what they did.
Yeah.
That's like one of
They're
the flaws.
useful for a great skip in Chapter 5 if you want to speedrun that.
Yeah,
So
I
this-
never speedrun. I never speedran everything, but I did beat everything except for. I think I was in the middle of Farewell, and I think I had class. That was I think the year I took summer classes, if I'm remembering correctly. And then summer classes started, and I couldn't play it anymore. Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, you did your homework instead of playing video games. I'm very disappointed in you.
Damn.
Right.
I can't
I
believe
have
you
to
were
go
so-
eat. I will hopefully be back right after, unless something comes up. I
Okay.
will let you know.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Oh yeah, it's the evening, and if you're in that time zone.
So,
Okay, I'm all ready.
You good for Legends?
Yeah, I was able to get one more health and a couple of more health pack points, and I have enough points to get the light chip.
Okay. You want to see something really stupid? I am listening, but you want to see something really stupid that I find like irrationally satisfying?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
What's that?
It's stupid, but I don't know why, but I love it. Watch with the dry bones in the lava. It like splashes and sinks.
Yeah.
Like that attention to detail, for some reason, I don't know, I love that. But you know, good. It sounds like you're good for Legends, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
The problem is though, if I try to get any more health increases, the health increase at this point is worth as much as the light chip.
Music Mario.
So if I want to increase my health more, I would have to spend another like 2-3 hours kicking cans into a garbage can. Because altogether, if you have no Zenny, you would have to do it like 30 times in order to get the light chip.
Yeesh.
And
Mario has
Oh,
triumphed
yeah.
over Lemmy Koopa of Castle Number 3. Mario's quest
Well-
is starting to get much more difficult. Have you found the red and green switches yet?
Yes, you have. So
I have.
we could just move on.
This was my first.
Okay.
This was my first. So, when I was little, we did have an NES, and I did play some of this stuff with my brother. But this was the first Mario game, might have been the first game ever that I actually had just consistent access to, so I could actually play it at length. Because we were a family, we rented. We were one of those. We rented everything.
Yeah.
Solid.
I just saw the thing in the meme channel.
Oh yes.
You were watching You're watching Saw
you don't
10,
mind me
and next
taking
up
over,
is the
yeah.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got finished watching Saw X, like probably my favorite in the series. It recommends next Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Clearly, you like
Very,
torturing yourself. Oh, actually, speaking of somebody. So yeah, sorry I was
Actually,
late for this thing. I got preoccupied somewhere else. And then
How dare you? How dare you, Fingers? I demand your complete and utter attention and
Hey,
devotion.
I made the joke like 2 seconds before you.
Oh, see, I'm like,
Well-
I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind doing the whole. That's what Marioing does to you. It's a lesson, kids.
Yeah, by the way, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I am going to deafen myself and turn on the music on the stream because I have to make something for dinner so that I have time to stream afterwards.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
It's all good.
but yeah. Although having said that, I decided apparently Dino King had got affiliates and wanted to stream, and I decided to join on because he was just doing an open lethal company thing.
Oh yeah.
And I did
Did you have
something.
fun?
Yes. And I posted in general, but Crystal made this in honor of something I did.
Oh, Lethal Company, man. I had Haggis egging me on about that because when Roshan and I were together and we had the big faceless dog thing just yeet me out of the door like seconds before we took off.
I remember saying something like
you
that.
should have seen my face when that.
And Haggis is just like, he just wanted to play. He just wanted. He's just a little. He just wanted to play. He was just lonely.
I was trying not to shit myself.
I just. Okay, it may not be the dog's fault. I think I ended up mentioning the fact that I read on the internet that barbecue sauce is good for your fur, and the internet never lies, so we just rolled with it.
Very good.
I love the little dolphin guys. Look at these guys. They have little snorkel masks. They're so cute. Why does Mario make stuff that can just be so relentlessly cheerful, but also terrifying, like that horrible spiky thing down there, the porky puffer?
Oh, the stupid dumbass porcupine.
I want the coins. I'm gonna risk it. Yeah.
You always gotta do it for the coins.
I was just going full on Wario. Yes, more for Wario. All the coins are for Wario. So Wario actually has a funny significance. Like, I know people just have some of these things with different friend groups, but we have someone in my friend group, the Grizz will know, that I cannot separate Wario from. Like,
Yeah.
he's just quintessentially like linked. He is spiritually Wario to me.
He sure is.
He's just a greedy fat man with a love of garlic.
It's
Honestly, he is not honestly that similar to Wario, but it's just he plays the part so well.
It's
you know what I mean?
it's not like day to day he's Wario. It's just like he can get so into. Whenever we play a game with Wario, he just goes full Wario.
It's my attempt to do Wario.
I'll tell you a dumb joke. We were playing Smash Brothers, and I don't remember how it happened, but it's because I locked him in the room. What's her bucket's final smash or villager?
Oh yes.
So we joked that Wario was locked in his room, and one of my buddies goes, "Wario, are you lying in there?" "No, Mama. Papa Giovanni say you go blind."
I know, Mama.
Ah, yes, Mama. We're just stupid. The stupidest crap when you play video games. I love it. And then you try to
So I
explain
did
it to other
see-
people, and it's just totally dead. It's great because it's just
Yeah.
totally out of context.
So this is going to be unrelated to anything we're doing, but I see in the games chat that we're not going to get that many people today.
Oh yeah,
Do we want to do one? Do we want to get one? Do we want to do worms again?
that works for me.
I'd be down.
I know Brave isn't gonna make it, so you can't exact your vengeance, I'm afraid.
I'm over it. I can't be mad. I can't be mad at CC for that long, honestly.
He's too cute. He's too
I
cute.
agree.
He's too cute.
But Worms is like a whole different just context. Like I will carry Worms grudges with me till the end. I don't care who.
You
it's
channel
with
your dad when we play Worms, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna play the 2 levels I think I hate the most in this entire game, absent the secrets.
Yeah. That's
I channel Kitty when I play Worms.
Butter Bridge. You crack me
It's
up
not
when we
that,
play Worms,
like, I
Roshan,
have a
because you
vendetta against
let
everyone.
your wrath loose because you're always so soft-spoken a lot of the time, and you always come off as really chill. But like in Worms, you just totally you're all in for our destruction.
Alright, well, I will be...
Would we be doing Armageddon or WMD?
WMD.
WMD.
Okay.
Like, I cracked you if I'm gonna be
I
on
should
tonight.
Damn
have
it.
a team.
Okay.
We could get you in on it. We can't get you in on the VC for Rick's place, but we could get you in the Worms game if you want.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down.
You'll just have to talk in the chat if you want to say something.
You'll have to do it. You'll have to do it the way I did when I was young.
Or would it just be a game night thing?
If I do manage to actually show up tonight, I will be quite happy, though.
Back in
I got quite a bit of wine for Christmas, and I am absolutely indulging.
Oh, wine, you
you're
said?
sorry, fingers. Are you getting smashed?
Maybe. It depends.
Happy New Year.
Maybe.
For Christmas, instead of having a usual Christmas thing, we did actually have our family come over for not Christmas.
Just
So we kind of had Christmas. I'm kind of lying. We did kind of have Christmas. Anyways, we tried this like Armenian pomegranate wine. And it was actually really good.
oh thank God. Oh thank you Jesus. I made it through the butter bridge.
It was much sweeter than wine usually is, though. It was interesting.
Yeah, would we do Worms on stream, or would that just be a game
No, we
night
just do
thing?
that. Game night's more just a group thing. It's not really something we
Okay.
push out there. It's more just. It's for the.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what did
yes,
you
that
say?
you had a not Christmas, and the wine was really sweet because it's like pomegranate wine.
It was it's pomegranate, like Armenian pomegranate wine.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to
kinda good, though.
comment on that. I just I lost a chocolate orange, and I do not want Teddy. I lost a slice of chocolate orange. I do not want Teddy going for it.
Oh, I
sorry
see.
about that.
Yeah, that could be
Yeah,
that could be
right.
bad.
Especially
Don't
since
want your
little,
animals.
little bugger.
Don't
will
want
get
your
into
animals
stuff.
getting things they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
All right, now this level is just more of a annoyance. It's not like hard. It's just irritating.
Hmm.
Because this is the one with the worst of the Cape Koopas, the Super Koopas. They're jerks in this one. It also has the dumbest sub area because it actually sends you backwards. I don't like it when they do that.
Very good.
Oh. See?
Now, when I was little, I did not get that this was rope on this weird thing. I thought it was a spider because of the thing at the end. It's very confusing.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, I can kind of see
It
it.
doesn't help. Kids are stupid, but it's okay. They come that way. Some assembly is required.
I still think about your Wily alien story a lot.
Oh yeah, they just legit bought the whole.
Care to share?
So the end of Mega Man
Yeah,
2, they have
yeah,
like a
fair to
Wily
fair.
fake out. The final boss, like Wily's capsule comes by and he jumps out, and the dude turns into an alien. And so I never beat this guy when I was little.
Huh?
So I was 100% convinced that Mega Man 2 just ended with the reveal that Dr. Wily's an alien.
Oh.
There's,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
so for years, that's what I thought. I just Oh yeah, Wily, the alien guy.
I see. So you were stupid.
And gay.
I'm just kidding.
And gay.
You were not
We
gay.
also believed wholeheartedly that he was just a flaming homosexual.
What, Wiley or Kit?
What's the dit now?
I don't know. I mean, Wiley and Albert and Thomas did spend a lot of time together in college. You never know.
True.
I'm of the opinion that, like, I know it's an older theory now that they have found nuance on, but I think the Kinsey theory makes sense, where there's way more bisexual people than is reported or understood generally. There's like a scale, and like there's very few people are actually at the extreme ends of either. And that's why you get like experimenting phases or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think that's part of why I have such a hard time describing what I am. Like, I don't know what I am.
and you don't need labels though either. Like, I know it can be helpful, but like you're just Kitty. It's okay. No, and I know there's like also the
Like that's why I just say straight, because like I am mostly straight, but I'm also kind of not.
I sexually identify as something.
I feel like straight kind of implies like I don't ever, like whenever I see something that's, you know, the same sex, you know.
that does tend to imply that, yes.
Yeah. And like most of it I don't like, but some of it I do.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna take bets on something.
So I don't know. It's
Oh
common.
boy.
I don't mean to interrupt on this. I don't mean to interrupt on this, but let me just one thing real quick. As soon as I get out of this pipe, there's a secret here. It is really tricky to get, and I'm curious
Okay.
how many tries you guys think it's gonna take. Because it's really hard. I am not lying.
One shot.
Let's go with 7.
7? Okay.
I'm going with 1. I think you got it.
Seriously? Oh wow, you. How have you
I'm
known me your
optimistic.
entire life and you have that faith in me?
Because you love Mario World.
Oh yeah.
It's like your game. That or Mario 3. Usually I wouldn't have this much faith,
Nope.
but I don't know. It is
Nope.
Mario World. Actually.
Nope. Clipped it with the saw. Right, that last saw. I would have had it, but I clipped that last saw.
Well, it's not Grizz. It's not Grizz's guess. Will it be mine? Will you suck?
A question for the ages that most people know the answer to.
Do
I
I?
get-
I mean, I already said my answer.
No, I'm teasing. Nope. Yeah, dang it. Ah,
You got it.
that was not
You got
it.
the secret.
Not the
You got
secret.
it.
There's no secret.
Hold on.
No!
Thank you for joining
I don't
us,
want
chat.
your false worship, you heathen.
Playing Putt Putt goes to the dentist and loses his wallet. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, the next game we're going to play
Can we
is
not talk about Putt-Putt?
the next game we're going to play is
I don't wanna
Putt Putt
think
kills a
about
bear.
Putt-Putt. I don't want to think about Putt-Putt, guys, please.
There.
No, you might have to. Sachi's. Damn it! Son of a bitch. Okay, sorry. I will do this. This is important to me. Okay. That was 3 tries, wasn't it? That was just, or no, was that 4?
Yeah. No, sorry.
That was 3. Okay.
That was
I
3,
wasn't
yes.
paying attention, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm still doing some songwriting over here.
If I'm right, I demand you all turn your characters into cats forever.
I can just
Forever.
revert to my old Sona. That wouldn't be too
I
hard.
would say that's not hard for Grizz. There it
No,
is.
I'm joking.
Woo! Okay, 4.
No, I'm
It was
joking.
4.
You don't.
4.
Okay. Well,
That's
good for
between
you.
1 and 7.
congratulations. You don't need to do it.
Oh, good.
I say we split the rewards
I was
evenly.
definitely going to make you do it.
Kit Kat TF arc delayed. Grizz, one thing you should do, post in stream chat, you should post Pluto from Mega Man 5. I think Roshan would like Pluto.
With pleasure.
I know a few magic words. Okay, now this is the only level with Torpedo Ted, and this is good because Torpedo Ted's an asshole. And he's got Mickey Mouse hands just dropping bombs on me.
Oh yeah, Torpedo Ted. I know Torpedo Ted.
In stream chat?
Don't they appear? I'm pretty sure they appear in New Super Mario Bros.
They do. This is the only level they appear in this game, though.
Mm-hmm. That's where I know them from.
Yeah.
There
You
you
know
go.
that?
Yeah, Pluto, there you go.
Because I think New Super Mario Bros. Was the first game, like, I think it's either the first... No, it's not the first game I played. The first game I played was Mario Kart Wii. Could be the second. I played Mario Kart Wii, I think just one out, because I think my caretaker when I was a child had it, and they would let me play it sometimes.
What did I ever do to Mickey Mouse?
Mouse.
Look at the hands that drop them. Oh, so you played that mostly just because it was just you had access. You were little.
Yes. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then I think that's when that's how I learned what Mario was, and then I think I saw. Then we got a Wii. Oh wait, no, it wasn't the second game. I think the second game I played was actually Wii Sports. Actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, Wii Sports.
We got
Grizz
a
and I
Wii
got
at
a
our
lot
house.
out of that one.
We got
That's a good one.
Yeah, we
Yes,
got Wii
I
Sports when
still
I was
do.
6, and then Wii Fit. So I think Wii Fit was the third game, just because it came with the Wii as well. And then I think the fourth game I ever played would have been Mario Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Take a deep breath.
Oh wait, no. I think I played New Super Mario Bros. DS on my friend's DS. It's hard to remember because I was too little to.
And they flow together, being honest. Like, a lot of the New Super Mario... Like, a lot of it's interchangeable, really, like, visually and stuff.
I would say maybe visually, but not gameplay-wise. I'd say that New Super Mario Bros. DS is pretty different from Wii gameplay-wise. As far as 2D Mario's can be different from one another. DS had a lot of things that Wii doesn't. Like it had different power-ups, different different styles of secret exits, stuff
I like the
that.
Koopa Shell power-up, for one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It had different modes. Like there was a versus mode that I remember in DS.
Oh, I love Cookie Mountain.
Do you guys remember that? The versus mode in that game?
Yes, actually. I didn't get as much use out of it as I had hoped. Like, just friend group-wise. But yeah, it was cool stuff. It was a cool idea. Now, you guys want to see the worst sub-area in this game? Like, this is just like a troll pipe, okay? Like, I don't know who thought this was, like, nice of them to do. Well, I gotta get Yoshi first, because I'm gonna die otherwise, probably. This is just rude. Why would you do this to people? No warning.
Hey, there's someone in the
I
chat.
remember when what's the Mario World editor? What's that one?
We used a Lunar Magic was the one we used.
That's right.
Do
you remember my level smiley face?
Yes, I do remember your level smiley face.
Would you like to tell them about it, or shall I?
That you had like those little advice boxes actively making fun of the people when they couldn't get the boxes and the power-ups that you put in view but made completely inaccessible.
Essentially.
Aren't you gonna pick those up?
Nah, it only gives you one up. It only gives you one up. And I'm close enough to 99 lives. I'm just gonna kind of.
I guess to get more specific, yeah. It was honestly just a normal, typical level otherwise, but right smack in the middle of it was just a box, just in a ground, and in this ground was, like, filled with tri-moons. Just completely filled. And on the top of it was an advice box that just said, ha ha ha.
You were cruel.
His whole life he's been that way. Like that's not That's just who he is. That's just who he is.
Yep. I do have a question though. Who taught Blizzard Man and Slash Man the fusion dance in this picture that Chris put up?
Hey, Pluto is amazing. I adore Pluto.
Wait, that's Pluto?
That's Pluto from the Game Boy Mega Man 5.
Not the Disney one.
Wow.
Which actually is an amazing game. If you ever get access to it via like emulator or like an old
I have the game.
Oh, you do?
3DS.
Oh, it's a good
The Japanese game.
Oh, really? Oh, because it's good.
Well,
Like, I highly recommend that.
I don't own it. My sister owns it. I need to check to see if she has them all because it is going to reach a point where I am going to need to stream the Game Boy titles.
Most of them are remixes, but 4 and 5 are their own thing, kind of. Like, 4 still uses Old Robot Masters, but it starts to do very different things.
Yeah, because that's where they introduce Punk. That's where it introduces like Punk, I believe.
Yes, one of the Mega Man killers, yeah. And then 5 is totally unique because it has unique Robot Masters, unique storyline.
Yeah, they introduced the star droids.
And Mega Man and Dr. Light's like, Mega Man, your Mega Buster's not enough. If you want to kill the robots from face, you gotta fist them.
You must be introduced to the glory that is Rocket Punch.
It's like taunting Captain Falcon. Oh, you think you're impressive? Can your fist actually detach when you punch?
Well, to be fair, Captain Falcon's punch can destroy a galaxy, so...
What?
Yes, but it stays on his arm. I love this castle animation.
He has to go into the galaxy. What a lame-o.
He just launched the castle like a rocket. I love that. Ludwig von Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in Castle Number 4 are over. The Forest of Illusion lies ahead. Mario must use his brain to solve the puzzle of this perplexing forest.
He must use his brain.
We're doomed.
Yeah, we're
It's gonna be
screwed.
hard.
Okay.
God damn it, we all made the same joke again.
Roshan's the brain trust of this. I don't know about me.
Real, straight up.
We are so predictable.
I knew you were going to say that.
Die. Don't, please don't die for me.
I'm on. I only died once in it so far this playthrough, so we'll see.
And then there's... I'm sorry, anytime that I hear that phrase, die for me, in-game, is whenever you have Alice in Shin Megami Tensei, because that's actually the name of her special technique.
Oh, that's fine.
It's also the name of a video game I want to make one day.
Okay, nice. You guys want to see something really silly? You want to see... So, the maximum number of lives in the counter is 99. But
I said no.
I'm going to show you something incredibly stupid. I'm going to stupidly, it's going to make me look stupid. Oh, never mind. That made me look stupid for different reasons. I will show you next time. I can get a stupid number of 1-ups in this stage. Stupid number of 1-ups.
I see.
Oh, and you sacrificed the Yoshi anyway.
I was in a hurry, and I knew I was coming right back because I wanted to show off my... And the reason this will be embarrassing is because you're going to be like, he's played this game too much. This is disgusting. You know, somebody actually made a Yoshi ASMR with him gulping.
Of course they would.
Of course
Naturally.
they would.
Okay, you ready?
Mouth sounds are not my favorite.
I'm gonna do this one. I got it this time. Dang it.
That makes me feel weirdly uncomfortable.
So that's why you shouldn't announce that you're gonna do something, because then you screw it up inevitably. Here we go. One up, 2 up, 1 up, 2 up. 1 up, 2 up, 1 up. 2 up, 2 up. 1 up.
Oh, very good.
Isn't that obscene?
And yet none of those And yet none of those matter because you can't go above 99.
I'm sorry, I just have to do that because it's just so dumb. It is just so...
Yeah. So I do have the pot like simmering right now. It's full of chicken and broccoli and cheese noodles.
Holy.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, noodles.
It's cheddar broccoli macaroni with actual broccoli and actual chicken.
This must be the macaroni.
It was foretold by macaroni.
Not the macaroni.
So, Grizz, did you see the 4th Doctor Who special?
Not yet.
Nguti's first one?
You know, I know
Yeah,
like
I-
things in Doctor Who, but I've never
wanted
actually watched the show.
I think one thing I think you would have trouble with Doctor Who is I think you would have trouble, like, and I could be wrong, like maybe you're better at compartmentalizing this, but I think it would start to bother you, some of the physics stuff.
Yeah, because it is not a science show by any stretch of the word. It is very much so a soft sci-fi thing.
I mean, regeneration is magic.
A lot of what that show does is magic. It's just straight up magic.
Yeah. But as far as the new Doctor Who ones, I think it's a nice, pretty good, like I'd say, I'd be comfortable saying it's a return to form. The ones with David Tennant and Catherine Tate were fantastic.
Uh.
I do have some complaints. I didn't like how the thing with the toy maker ended, but I'm not going to say anything else.
You didn't like that?
It was kind of anticlimactic.
I don't know. I thought it was. I don't know, sweet, if nothing else.
Well, I mean, it was nice seeing them working together. I don't know. Die Ball is the oldest game.
I guess. Yeah, I can't say much without spoiling it.
Yeah. Protect your virgin ears from Doctor Who spoilers. I'm going to be one of the things I'm going to be doing with Brave is Doctor Who.
Oh,
I'll know I've done a good job when he freaks out if I say, "Are you my mummy?" If you know, you know.
I don't.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Also, John Barrowman. Can I just say, dude's hot.
For real.
No, you're not allowed to say anything, actually, sorry.
Oh.
And on Twitch.
Banned on
Damn.
banned on Twitch for hitting on like literally the most over-sexualized character in British television history.
Ban them.
I'm gonna play all the levels, but I'm not necessarily gonna get all the exits.
Good you.
That's just gonna get tedious in this area in particular. They call it the Forest of Illusion, but it's basically every level has a normal exit and a secret exit, and if you want to get by, you have to find the secret exit. And it like loops and stuff. It's a weird area.
Oh, sounds fun. Also sounds like it would probably, get kind of tiring after a while.
Because you have to, I don't want to replay the same level over and over, unless it's to prove some dumb one-up point. If it's a dick measuring contest, I'll be there. Other than that. No!
Why does that not surprise me?
Now I'm little. Now I definitely lost the dick measuring contest. Look at this guy.
You are having fun with this, huh?
I think... And now I can't remember which stupid door it is. I think it's this one. I think it's this one? No, it's not. It's not. The Tri-Moon's the fake... Ah! It's not.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Now I gotta run back into the ghost house with Shrinky Dinks. I do like the small Mario sprite in this game is funny. I don't know why, but the proportions crack me up.
I see.
I think it's probably because they
That's pretty well done.
like. I think it's because they give him like just his nose like doesn't scale. Like they give him like his full-size nose on his tiny body.
I guess that's a good point.
So this is another reason. This is the item swap thing is one reason I would say Mario 3 did have. That's one edge it had on it, that you could have like an inventory of items on the map.
Mm-hmm.
I like that instead of just this switch thing in level, and then you have to catch it. Okay, so back in the day, I actually did ROM hacks for this game, not like good ones, but I was trying to learn like Super Nintendo assembly language.
Uh-huh.
And the coolest hack I ever did. Well, okay, it's not the coolest, but my favorite, because it actually worked, was I changed it so that instead of the item dropping when you hit select, it just immediately changed Mario. And then swapped the other item.
Interesting.
Super Nintendo assembler code is really a lot. Like, I do not envy people who used to have to write in assembly.
Yeah.
Assembly is nuts. You're basically just doing like memory switches. You're giving it like really low level instructions. Any calculations or subroutines you have to do, you're literally managing like the routing of the memory and stuff, where it points to on the cartridge. It's just, yeah, it's a whole thing. Oh no, it's the key 2. He's baiting me.
Like...
He's trying to get me. I don't know you. That's my purse.
That's my purse.
It's my purse!
I don't know you.
Amazing. So.
That was one thing I liked in the Mario movie, was when they did the star theme.
Oh yeah. Sounds fun.
Which Mario movie?
The
new one?
new one, the Illumination. The good one, yeah. I know that's subjective, but Grizz and I liked it.
Apparently my mom.
It's subjective, but it's like objective too.
My mom apparently hated it because I don't know.
Critics when the Mario movie isn't Citizen Kane.
Yeah, there's two extremes to that. There's either like, oh, it's a children's property, you shouldn't expect quality, or it's a children's property, but it falls short of true cinema masterpiece. Like nothing in between.
Yeah.
Never mind that like family media sometimes has to be like the most well-rounded and crafted media.
This background is making me dizzy.
Yeah, I know. I
Good
hate this
lord.
background. It really is screwing with me too.
It sucks.
Yeah, I don't like this either. I feel like, yeah, I'm trying to.
I had no idea this was in the game. This is. Oof.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm trying to just focus on like the Yoshi sprite. Find a fixed thing to look at. Find a fixed thing.
That's fair.
Thank God.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I didn't either. I actually I felt for a second like I was moving. I did not like that at all. Ugh.
Sets off my anxiety a little bit.
I have been... That's awesome. Like, you know how I mentioned, like, everybody DMs me when I do, like, streaming or I happen to be on a call or doing, like, anything, activity?
Yeah.
And, like, I try to make sure it's, like, not important. And I get one, which is just, on an unrelated note, what do you think of snakes in furry art?
Hey, I enjoy them.
Yeah.
Snakes,
I
can go
when
for
done
good
well,
snakes.
can be really good.
I don't like snakes with legs. Anthro snakes with legs. I like them to be full snakes if you're going to go that route. Otherwise, just do a lizard if you don't want to do
I
it.
like Nagas more.
I agree with that.
Like the Naga style, but
I don't
definitely still an
particularly-
Anthro snake.
I don't particularly mind either way.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like bad art. There could be good art with snakes with legs. I'm just saying stylistically, I really prefer a full snake.
What Kid is saying is, if you draw snakes with legs, you're dead to him.
You're on the list. You're on the list of the people who will be Thanos snapped when I'm Lord of the Universe. If you draw snakes with legs.
I see.
If you draw snakes with legs, just block my number and forget I ever existed.
I'm sorry, honey. I know we've been together for 5 years, but
You
like snakes
I'm
with
sorry,
legs.
honey.
It's
I
too
know
much.
we've been together for 10 years. We have 2 wonderful children. I want a divorce. Why? You drew a snake furry with legs.
Irreconcilable
worry.
differences, and then you hand it the judge. He's like, "Yep, that's a rough one."
Don't worry about a custody battle. They're yours.
Don't worry, you can keep the art and the divorce.
Truly the most
I
despicable
love Nine
thing
Inch
someone's
Nails. I
ever
love Nine
done.
Inch Nails.
I don't like Reznor.
That's actually why he's named that.
I was trying to think.
I was gonna say, if you don't like Reznor now,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
because in this game you actually fight Reznor twice if you want to 100% it.
3 times.
3 times, okay.
3 times.
Sounds lovely.
As you do.
By the way, for the looks of Reznor, it looked like somebody else drew Reznor and then they just slapped him on because his art style is way different than anything else in Mario World.
Yeah, it does. It does. I do think it probably was a later development boss. They probably did have like a placeholder. Could be
I still
wrong.
like it, though.
I don't know for sure. Could be wrong.
And again, being a Nine Inch Nails fan is very, good for being a Reznor fan too.
There you go.
That's why he's named Reznor.
Have you ever been to a concert where 4 of him are spinning around in circles?
No, I want to.
I don't even know who it is, but yes.
Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails.
I still don't know who that is, but yes.
All right.
No matter
looks
what
like
you say,
will
I
be
agree.
Sending you music.
No matter what you say, I agree.
You know the best thing
that's
about the best thing about Snake like full on Naga style is seriously, I don't remember. I thought I remembered how to get out of here. I think, if it's the ghost house again and I have to go to the furthest door, I'm gonna feel like a doink.
Gonna feel like a what?
A doink. I don't know.
Very good.
I was trying to decide on what to say, and
I like that word.
I think 2 words kind of just came together in my head.
It's an interesting word there.
You should see my my Megazord holiday fusion. I celebrated Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
Of course.
That's quite impressive, I won't lie.
By my
I am
powers
sorry,
combined.
but anytime I hear doink, I think of this in stream chat.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Awesome.
ghosts.
What is that?
It's Doink the Clown from WWE,
Oh,
from
thank,
professional
okay.
wrestling.
Is what
oh,
it
thank God,
is.
stream chat's not refreshing. I don't need a clown in a ghost house.
I don't like him.
He was designed to be the
Seriously?
creepy clown because it was the mid '90s, and I think it was coming out
So
at
those
about
are
the
only
same
2
time.
options? I played this 10 billion times. This is the
Oh.
only. I've never screwed this up before.
But yeah,
Well,
they were doing
there's always
a
new time for everything, I guess.
Damn it!
Yeah.
I have never. Oh, Doink,
And at the same
Doink
time,
City it
they were-
is.
And then, and at that time, Doink was doing a quote unquote, like, are there they were doing an incredibly stupid thing where they would have like a second Doink show up and would attack the wrestler from behind. And then they were doing like a mirror gimmick, like, is there a second Doink? Maybe it was an illusion. Even though it's clearly just a second person in a clown costume.
I do have to give respect to...
You don't know that?
I do have to give respect
you don't know.
to people who can...
You don't know, it could have been magic.
Doing the mirror routine on stage, I gotta give mad respect. I actually tried to do that once in theater school with somebody, and it's really, really hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know nothing about... I have never been in theater school, so...
I did it for like 4 summers, I think. Really fun.
You know, you do kind of feel like a theater.
Ren says I have a good, like, projection voice that's kind of level and...
Yeah, that's kind of why you kind of give me that vibe. I don't know.
Ren also said I had the gayest voice he'd ever heard, and I was hoping that's just because he doesn't know a lot of, like, Utah accents or U.S. accents, but we'll see, I guess.
Who said that?
Yeah,
Ren?
right.
I don't think I have a hugely stereotypical gay voice.
Dude, you did not need to even tell me that you were gay when we first met.
Okay, well, maybe I stand corrected.
Aren't you bi though? Not
I
gay?
am bi. They just make the joke all the time that I'm gay because I... Yeah, it's
Because of the voice.
it's funnier to
Oh,
brag
I
on.
think...
Different.
Okay.
And I also am having a LDR with a dude right now.
I mean, that dude.
Oh yeah, CC.
Yeah. Okay, now watch this. This stupid guy is gonna wake all the fish up just to be a dick.
The fish. Oh, the fucking fish. Those guys are in New Super Mario Bros. As well. I hated them so much as a kid.
Yeah, Rip Van Fish.
They can all die. For all I care, I hate them.
I concur. So the mirror routine is definitely hard, but the thing I remember being it was really challenging but really rewarding was like stage combat.
Yeah, that's what professional wrestling is, really, is stage combat.
Yeah, like you have to learn like how to hit people without actually hitting them, like get hit without actually getting hit. So yeah, it tracks.
Or when you're doing, like, say, professional wrestling moves, you have to figure out how to help the other person land safely while still making it look like it hurt them.
Yeah. And they're real, like when they say wrestling's not real, no, they're really doing the moves. It's just, it's scripted, but that doesn't mean that they're not actually, like, doing very physically complicated stuff.
Yeah, and if you land wrong, or what people call in the business a botch, it could end up seriously hurting and or severely injuring.
Yeah, people hurt themselves real bad.
Real wrestling. Really real wrestling.
The worst case scenario of it is if you try to do something like, for example, ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling, where they go, we're going to do Shadow Clone Jutsu. No.
So they just mean that they're not like a real tournament. They're just...
Yeah, scripted isn't the same as like not real, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
well, but then
if you said it's not a real tournament, that would be true. But saying the actual wrestling isn't true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm talking about is, now I'm talking about Extreme Championship Wrestling, which is you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have professional wrestling, but we're gonna throw in more like weapons used chairs and throw people onto burning tables and.
Okay.
We're gonna literally give one of these guys a gun. We're gonna give this guy a shotgun, and we're gonna.
Funny you mentioned the gun. It wasn't an ECW, but there was a scene where somebody did bring a gun to the ring.
Guys, I don't want to do it.
Oh.
I don't want to do it.
Very good.
I don't like Castle 5. Like, can we just pretend the number 5 conceptually doesn't exist?
Castle 5 is.
Can we just pretend it doesn't exist? Like 4 goes to 6. Can we just agree on that?
But Roy's our boy, though. But seriously though, there was a storyline going on when it came to I think it was called TNA, Of course, it's called Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. But
Interesting
of course,
acronym.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. They were. That is what
Wait.
TNA.
Oh.
They call it Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, but the person who conceptually made it knew what he was going for because he was a '90s edgelord. To the point where there were like scantily clad women dancing in cages on both sides of the entrance ramp.
Okay, I definitely went into the wrong career.
Yeah, exactly.
So after that, oh wow, that's a terrible position for you to be in.
That was like one of the worst things a lava bubble can do at that point.
Yeah, but as I was saying though, there was a storyline about there was a storyline involving one professional wrestler by the name of Jeff Jarrett, who was famous in WWE for being like double J Jeff Jarrett, but he was the champion at the time and was basically keeping the belt hostage. And then he was saying like, I think he recently lost the belt. He said, I have to climb up the ranks. So then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wrestle like toddlers and younglings. And this is taking place like early 2000s. So then so then he gets ready to wrestle a smaller wrestler.
A toddler youngling.
I don't want to say the name, but they do call it that. You know
Someone
what I mean?
with dwarfism.
Oh boy.
Someone with dwarfism. Yes.
Thank
You see,
So then
yeah.
So then that brings in another wrestler with dwarfism named Puppet the Psycho Dwarf.
Oh wow.
That is its actual name. And he says, "Okay, you want to go? Let's go." And then Puppet pulls out a gun on Jeff Jarrett. And then of course security comes in and takes the gun away.
So I actually talked to somebody. So I know that like I think the preferred term by the community is little person. Although to me that sounds kind of demeaning. But
Yeah, that's why I was trying to avoid saying that too.
But like I think that's the. But I actually knew somebody who did do like some stages. So some of the people I went to theater school with actually became actors. Like they actually went that route. Only like one or two, and they didn't do like huge stuff like just commercials and stuff, like really small community things.
Yeah, the idea of professional wrestlers becoming actors is not a new thing. Like best example of this is of course Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah. But I knew somebody with dwarfism, and like at one point I even asked. I said like, does it bother you that you get cast in roles very probably based on appearance if you became an actor? And he said, I don't know, people who are like, people who are cast for their physical appearance all the time. Like, oh, we need somebody who's really tall. We need somebody who's really, really broad. We need Rob Schneider because we hate reality, or maybe we hate our lives. But yeah, so it's like that's a good point. Like, it's just who you are, and if it works for you, might as well.
Yeah, if you're cast for something based on physical appearance, it's because it's kind of required.
And a lot of casting is like that. A lot of like preliminary casting literally will just be headshots. They'll just make a pile of like hard nose, And they don't even that's even pre-audition. That's just literally looking at someone.
Yep.
I would not want to ever be a professional actor. Like I really enjoyed it as like a hobby thing, but I would not want to make that a career. Oh, this is a place I do not want to be without a cape, damn it.
When I was
you're
younger,
fire flower.
I wanted to be an actor, but not anymore. Not anymore. I don't want to be in front of no camera. And it's kind of for those reasons.
It's it's just a very superficial, very competitive. Ah, no, son of a bitch! It's just a very competitive, very, very ugly, frankly, field in some ways. Oh, great! I get the blue
Yeah.
blocks. But the thing I will remember as a highlight was I actually was cast as Romeo when I did my Shakespeare extension.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cast as Romeo.
Chow mein is next. Yeah, chow mein. Give me a.
How did I screw this up so bad? There we go.
Give me a plate with orange chicken and me wallet. Okay? Chow mein. Yeah.
Love how the like,
I'll take a
old
burger,
decrepit
Roshan.
houses-
I'll take a burger.
I love how the old decrepit ghost houses that haven't been
Oh, wait.
lived in for hundreds of years just have
I didn't
giant
mute
neon
myself, did I?
exclamations at the end.
Yeah.
Sorry, you probably heard me talking to my brother. He asked me what I wanted from Pan Express.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry. That's why I yelled. I want you to bring. Okay, so this level actually has the secret exit where you have to blitz it. You actually have to like run, like it's a speed run to get the secret exit on this one.
I want a burger from Panda Express.
I don't want anything from Panda Express right at the moment. Actually, orange chicken would.
Yeah.
I could do orange chicken.
Yeah,
I'm
I got
not a
one.
fan of fast food Chinese. I way prefer sit down, you know?
Yeah, but you know, my
It
brother
works
wanted to
when you're-
go.
sometimes you're in a hurry.
My brother wanted.
Yeah, I get it. Just, I don't know. It's not my favorite, personally.
I mean, no, I agree. Like, I'm only having it because my brother is asking me.
Ah,
do
I
we
forgot they
want
could do that.
anything? And I'm not gonna, you know, an opportunity for food is an opportunity for food.
I was gonna say
I really
I respect your
understand
priorities.
that. Oh, you're in a very good spot right now.
I do not like the. Oh God, they're throwing baseballs at me. They're kicking footballs at me. They're ganging up on me. I'm back in high school. God damn it.
I never actually really got. I'm surprised that I never got picked on in high school because I was the biggest nerd ever. I guess I just got lucky. I don't know.
I did not do well in school until I went to a very, very specific high school that changed my life. It was basically it was a private school, but it was a place that people went to because for one reason or another they'd washed out of the public system, you know. Like drugs,
Everybody
mental
mentioned
illness,
this,
you know,
yeah.
that sort of thing. But it was but it was basically the that was a huge inflection point in my life because I actually found considerable acceptance there. Like my first week there, the seniors adopted me.
Nice.
I actually got to go on the senior trip. No! I actually got to go on the senior trip when I was in like 7th or 8th grade because it was a biology trip, and I was really, really into that. It was my first major actually, and so I actually got to go with them on condition that somebody stick with me.
What? How old were you?
I was about 8th or 9th grade, so like 14,
Okay, so you were
15.
significantly younger than everyone else then.
Yep. It also oh no! Like, why am I losing things the exact moment I need them? What's funny was I was probably the most enthusiastic one there, because most of the people, let's be honest, they went to the senior trip for Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah.
Because we went to California, you know. Had to do when you do a marine biology thing, it helps to go to the coast, you know.
You want to hear something sad?
What's that?
Sorry to bum you out.
Are you good?
COVID happened during my senior, so I didn't get to go on any senior trip.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were planning on going to one, but it just didn't happen, unfortunately.
It does suck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was just an unfortunate. I mean, really, any time would have been unfortunate for COVID to happen, but yeah, sort of happened then.
Oh, you want to hear a good story? When I was on the marine biology trip, I was the one who dissected the fish when we were there because they were like I took the gills apart, which was really cool. I was doing a lot of the hands-on stuff, and for whatever reason, even though it normally would gross me out when it's like when you're focused on like science or like studying the anatomy, for whatever reason, it just flips a switch and I'm okay with it. I can handle it. So I remember I was just doing it, and a lot of the people were grossed out because it's not for everybody. It happens. No shade. But that night we went to like some surf and turf place, and I was at my table, and they'd bring my food by, and I pick up my knife and I say, I think I'll start with a lateral incision, and everybody goes, ah!
Oh, hang on, my mom's calling me again.
So I just managed to sicken an entire...
Before you go, Roshan, can you look at stream chat?
Alright, so now I gotta do this level nice and lazy. So I don't get the secret exit.
Right, I'm back. Mom just told me to take the dog on a walk.
Oh no, you good? Walkies are good.
Gotta give the little guy some walkies.
Yeah.
I'm just taking it nice and easy. You don't want the secret exit. That's probably good. That's probably good. Yep, that did it.
Oh, the pipe changes depending on how much time you spend there?
It depends on the time and coin count.
Jeez.
This is the
I would legitimately not know that as a kid.
The little advice block, block at the start of the level tells you.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have known until now.
Nobody reads the terms and services. Just the way it is.
Nobody reads that instruction manual. It gets thrown away with the box.
Everybody just clicks.
Nobody reads.
Everybody just clicks agree.
I was gonna say I read the terms and services, but I remember a long time ago where people were dumb enough to just go, yeah, you know those game boxes that come with the game cartridges? Nobody kept those.
You know, it's a real bugaboo of mine. Like something that. Well, not like really. I don't like. It doesn't really affect me that much. I don't care that much, but just it kind of bugs me. Is when people were really mad about Facebook's Cambridge Analytica thing, where they found how much data Facebook had been selling, and people were like really outraged. I'm like, dude, you signed a contract. You literally told them they could do that. That they specifically spelled out that like anything you post, they could use for those purposes. Like. This should not be a surprise. They ended up getting sued, and I think they lost. I think Facebook did have to pay out something because I think there was like I think it was the facial recognition thing where they got him, where they felt it wasn't clear enough, and so they did award damages. But like the vast majority of it, people basically just agreed to it. And then they were like mad that the thing they didn't read about when they clicked OK happened.
I see.
I just treat anything I put online as it's just out there. It's not mine. It is in the ether. There is no recalling it.
There's some truth in that.
And like Discord, for example, isn't even like super privacy safe. Like I look at so I actually did the thing from Discord. I do this sometimes with services I use if I use them a lot. I did the thing where it says request my data. And I looked at their database, and yeah, literally everything you post is cataloged. Like it's indexed very specifically.
Yeah, you can go all the way back to like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
or even longer.
And they go longer because once you get past a certain point, it's not deleted. It's like moved to a different database structure that's like an archival one in case they need to. So yeah, it's just once it's out, you know.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to my role-playing logs being read out at my trial at The Hague.
Oh god, that would take me out, wouldn't it, too? Considering what we're doing.
Like,
Yep.
Your Honor, I'd like
Your
to plead.
Honor,
Your Honor, I'd like to plead.
In my defense,
You're offline right now,
I
Kit.
did say in Minecraft.
What?
We're saved.
You're offline, Kit.
How long have I been?
About a second ago.
Oh no.
Hey, at least we noticed it soon.
Yeah.
We're saved.
Stream has disconnected. Attempting to reconnect.
This is the warning.
There we go. Okay. Sorry.
They're talking about
Sorry
how
about
it is
that,
to be
folks.
online.
Sorry about that, folks. Oh, I didn't see. I'm sorry. I didn't see your chat, Zeta Swag. I'm sorry. I don't know if you're still here, but my apologies. I had the thing. I got too many things open. I'm.
I think I responded.
My
Did I
brain.
respond to them?
My brain
No, you
isn't.
did not.
My brain is not.
Maybe I read it and I was like, oh, neat. And I just didn't say anything. That sounds like
Sorry.
a me thing to do.
Yeah, so yeah, Zetaswag's not here anymore.
Shoot.
Unfortunate.
Because I like to engage with people if they bother coming by. You know, it's like they went to all the trouble. Might as well thank them for stopping by.
Oh well. Oh, there goes that person.
Yeah.
We'll never see them again.
We'll probably see them again at some point if they ever come back.
I'm joking.
It might even be
they're
someone.
gone forever.
It might
They're
even be
gone
someone we
forever.
know. It might even be someone we know from like
I'd
RGS
love
or
it.
something.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But
so
yeah,
anyways-
Roshan, did you see what Dan put on stream chat?
Oh, no. Oh, kitty!
There you go.
Man.
Yeah, no, but I just the point is like when you're doing online roleplay, you are consigning a certain like you're accepting that your both your creativity and any of your weirdness is
On
potentially yeah, it's on record somewhere. Some poor computer
I
has
feel
to
like
listen.
that's why you gotta disclose that it's roleplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it helps
could
that
be
it helps that none of us are
stated.
human. It helps that none of us are human, I guess.
I hope
Yeah.
if I ever run for president, if that ever happens, which it won't, because I would never do that. But
That's why I don't think.
Just
That's just
wondering.
why you don't associate it with your real name, for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you see, I've already made.
Unfortunately, my real name does
The problem
leak.
is, I made this name when I was very little, and now it's my name, and I can't really do anything about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's not like people are, like you said,
I'm
unless
I'm
you're
not
running.
going to be running for politics. I'm
Okay.
going to be in, it doesn't really matter for me because I'm not going to be running in anything where it would matter. So
No.
Okay, I've actually thought about this. If you were running and like stuff that came out, like I would just see what happened if I just owned the hell out of it.
By the way, hi Ren.
I
Hi.
bet
Yeah,
honestly
miss that.
that would probably go well for you, all things considered.
It's like
yell about the stride sound effect, yeah?
yes,
If you do the opposite of that, that maybe might work out in your favor. I don't know.
no, I think I would.
What are
I
we-
think it would. They'd be like, Mr. Cabot, what is your what do you have to say about your behavior on here? Yeah, I'm a hornball. I'm a weirdo. There's not new info.
Oh,
Heck, real one.
big kitty hot.
Yeah,
It's
you
Like
are
giving
a
out your
you are
state of
a yeah. I just proved that I are as a man.
I'm actually a fox, so this is what you would say.
no further questions, Your Honor.
No, yeah, they'd
I'm
be like, nope, that
actually a
does it.
char from Guild Wars 2. Thank you.
I car from Guild Wars.
You know, they're like,
Your Honor, you should have saw this coming.
I'd like to plead fox slut, and they'd just be like, yeah, we know. That's that one. That's that. There's precedent. There's precedent. You know, there's case law for that one.
I don't know, something about just simping for big Bara titty goth man just feels better than, having your whole documents leaked out about what you're doing behind the back, like CIA shit. Something about that just feels more honest than trying to hide,
Yeah.
human experimentation or whatever. You dig?
Yeah.
Look, what was I?
I think.
Look, what was I supposed to do,
Honestly,
Your Honor?
I'm gonna be honest. My brain kind of blacked out for a second,
Yes.
as it does. Why does my brain do that?
He did the thing where cats just like suddenly stare into space, just
Here into space, yeah.
just like
Where the cat
they just
suddenly realizes that there's a shadow demon behind you, but it goes away.
they just momentarily
Your
transcend
cat
this
knows
dimension.
about the shadow demon.
Just for a minute they're transcending. It's like that. I love that image. Like, sir, are you aware that you're a cat?
His eyes just go wide.
He's
Like,
just-
what?
What?
Yeah, now you're just reminding me of like the house pets thing when everyone was turning into animals and they think that they're human until it's mentioned to them that they're animals. Why am I a bear?
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts from that arc was they're interviewing. I think it was the news because like they had like news clips, and one of them was they had like a guy who turned into a sphinx cat, and it had and I think it was labeled like a weird naked science cat ? Like a weird naked cat thing. And then they do one where they're interviewing like some guy in a beanie who shows up periodically and is just saying stupid stuff, and the caption is the President of the United States, and then they cut to the president and it says some idiot we found on the street.
Yeah, that's because it was a local. That's because it was a local news station, and they screwed up the graphics on it.
It was just really, I don't know, I liked that little. I thought that was a fun detail.
It's
Way
really
to
great.
explain the joke. There's zero
Okay,
a joke that I think everyone got.
I think it was
We
funny.
love our bestie Bronson, the President of the United States.
I think the best part.
Sorry.
We're gonna keep everything the same because at least then that way I can stay the President of the United States.
I think.
Yeah, something like that.
But I think the best part of that is that it communicated how chaotic things were. Like, that things were kind of, like, out of sorts, right? Like, everyone suddenly with, like, huge population of animals, right?
Yep.
So it just kind of fit.
It would make me incredibly sad if that happened and I was not a cat.
I know what you
But
mean.
then you
It'd be
What,
like
what would I do?
being
then
left
you
behind
can't
by the
turn into a
furry
cat.
rapture. That would suck. Being left behind by the furry rapture.
Yeah,
Not
but
just being left behind, not just not being
Yeah, sorry.
just. I mean, I think lore-wise, if I'm remembering correctly, it picks it off of like whatever your affinity is. But I don't think that would ever happen. But
Yeah, how
If
weird
you
though.
wanted to be a cat, you could turn into a cat because of weird magic science.
Totally legit
Totally
science.
scientific.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally legit science.
Yeah, copyright, trademark. Copyright. Is this the...
Officially scientific method, I think. Completely.
Hey, look, it's a cameo from Watt.
as we know, cats are very scientific.
I'm gonna go get dinner, guys. See ya.
Hey, take it easy. Thank you for
See you.
coming by.
Yep.
Hey, wait, you didn't share any
See you.
holiday stuff. Goddamn Grinch, get out of here.
I didn't have much to share.
Uh,
It was a lot of stuff I
You should
needed, like
spread
more
Christmas
clothes.
cheer
Oh, have a-
now.
I was gonna
Have a
say,
good night, Aiden.
I shared the stuff that I needed.
Oh, hey, hotheads.
Yep.
No, I'll see you guys later.
You have a good one, man. You take it easy.
Yeah.
You go down the pipes.
She's just waving her ass at me, taunting me. I hate that.
What happens if you press down on the pipes? Do you just fall down to the lava and die?
That'd be
No,
awesome
you
if you
can't-
did. That'd be
you
awesome
can't
if you
go-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't go down those.
Then it just
Lame.
makes the
That'd
you
be
go down into
awesome.
lava and it just goes wah wah wah.
With a caption going, "Why did you friggin' do that?"
Because it's
Man, if
funny.
you spent your entire game conditioning me to go down pipes like that.
I was
I
that
will
kid. I
do it.
was that kid that would legit check every pipe.
Yeah.
I still check every pipe. And when I played Wonder, I checked like pretty much every pipe.
Like, if you're playing a game and you're not checking every single corner of it, are you really playing a game?
Also known as every Metroidvania
It
ever.
is the most relatably autistic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I mentioned this when I played Undertale Yellow. Apparently, there's just win items in the game.
Yeah, because Rick
Rick
nailed one.
found?
Yeah.
Like, it made the final boss easy. Like, he took so much damage every turn, and it just was healed up every turn. And I had like 4 healing items at the end to do the entire boss fight, and some of them only healed like 10 HP. So it was so hard for me.
It was basically.
And then he just went in with this fucking like golden cactus, I think it was, and it was like a. I mean, I don't want to diminish his skill. You know, he still had to do the mechanics and everything.
So you know, it's a cool detail. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut. Sorry.
But I was gonna say.
It just, I don't know. It made me feel like I kind of don't like those being in the game, honestly, because it kind of I don't know.
I was gonna say there is a consequence to that.
Undercut like how much effort. I don't know.
So you know what's cool about this? Sorry to interrupt and get back to it, but just before I point it out, this level's the sunken ghost ship. It's actually one of the airships from Mario 3, but it crashed.
Nice.
That's a cool detail. I like that.
Maybe it's not that I don't like that it's in there. It's more that.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm trying to think about how to describe it.
Yep. So as I was getting. Yeah, what I was trying to say was that particular item, the golden cactus, it does come with a consequence though, because you take damage, because you take, like, if I recall, 5 damage the first time you eat. So if you end up taking too much damage in the beginning if you end up taking a ton of damage at the beginning of the boss fight, you won't be able to use it, because then you'll just instantly die.
The thing with Garoba's attacks is that they ramp up as the phase goes on, so the beginning attack is actually not that hard.
True.
So it didn't end up being an issue for him.
Yeah, and at that point you would need to pay attention to how much health you have, because if you go below 5, then you can't use the cactus.
It sets you to 1 HP.
Oh, then never mind then.
It never came up. It never came up, but I looked it up afterwards, and yeah, it is really OP. I really wish I had found it, because I wasted so much. It took me. I mean, it didn't take me that long. I died maybe like 5 times, so I'm exaggerating it a little, but it still felt bad watching him beat it in like a few tries, just because he had the item, and I felt like, oh well, I guess I should have gone back to that X mark, and I just didn't, because I forgot he was even there. but
please remember, like, one thing. During his battle with Soroba, he did have to stop the game and reset his coin count.
Yeah. So he did cheat. He did. Yeah.
So.
In his defense, it was getting kind of late, and I think he realized if he didn't do that, he wouldn't be able to beat the final boss in time, because he would have died, even with the golden cactus, because I know how much Soroba does if you don't have the final defense thing. It does 6. So Rick definitely would have died many, many more times without that defense item, so I think he just realized if he didn't do that, he would have to beat the boss in the next stream.
Yeah, and on top of that, the part where the very moment that you go to where you talk to the Bluebird, I'm sorry for forgetting her name.
Martlet.
The moment that you talk to Martlet, then you're essentially screwed, because you can't fight boss. You can't fight. You can't find opposing enemies at that moment.
In the game, it does tell you that. Like, it tells you this is a moment of no return. Make sure you have everything you want before going in.
Yeah, and that's what unfortunately forced Rick to have to reset his coin count.
Yeah, but again, that was a bit of an RPG mistake of his. Like, we both made different RPG mistakes. Mine was not searching the arena enough to get all the healing items. His was going in too soon, not really reading the fine. No.
And I would say that it's actually more of an issue of the game, honestly, because the moment that it says you reach this point of no return, you should not be allowed to save.
I guess, but you can in Cyber.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but if there is any game where it's this is a point of no return, you are going to fight the final boss here.
Yeah, what it should do is it should keep an autosave. It should keep an autosave before that point.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, I do agree with that because I ran into that issue with I ran into that problem with Golden Sun.
Oh
Mhm.
God, yes.
Yeah, that's
Because-
what modern games do is they. Oh, sorry.
Because in Golden Sun, after you defeat the final boss, you reach a epilogue point, and you are allowed to save after you beat the boss. The problem is, though, is that once you reach that epilogue point, you're stuck in that one area until you end the game. The problem is, though, is that I was missing one Jin, and I had not beaten the super boss yet. But
Mhm.
I cannot leave that area. So I was essentially screwed because I wanted to have that Jin going into Golden Sun: The Lost Age.
I don't like this. I don't like being in Squish City. I don't like...
So it
Yeah.
basically caused me to the only way for me to get everything is I would have to restart the game all over again, and there's no
Yeah.
there's no new game plus.
I think it's partly just a problem with the game only have one save file with Undertale Yellow, because other games can get around that issue by just like I said, having an autosave. But like, you don't want to have to walk all the way up to Soroba again every time you die, right? Or,
Yeah.
well, no, you load into the boss anyways, but I think they just didn't want that to be,
Okay, I think I have to.
I think they just didn't want it to be an issue. But yeah, I agree. They should have had some other system
I know what I gotta
in place that was able to send you back.
do. You know what I liked was that I thought turned out well was the Soroba versus Irwin mage battle. Considering the time crunch and issue, I think that turned out kind of fun.
Where'd you put it, Aaron?
Oh shoot, I screwed it up. Nope. I knew it. Damn it. I hate squish. I hate squishies. No squishy.
You hate the
cheese.
squish.
No squishy cheese. No squishy cheese. Okay, well, second death. I gotta own that one. I only have 98 lives now, guys. I think I'm screwed. I think I'm screwed.
It's over, and only 98. Whatever will you do?
So there's now. Oh, thanks, Zira. I would be nice to have one of those. There are bots for that. I need to look into that, especially if I'm gonna play games where you die a lot. I need to check out those puzzle games that I got from you, by the way. Those look interesting.
What game is that?
Hang on, this is eating my focus.
Good.
Like, I don't need that much focus, like, generally, but I have that little to spare at the moment.
Oh, that part sucks.
Let's this type of stage does require like absolute concentration.
It's usually not so bad, but it's, I'm operating on sleep deficiency and messed my cycle up.
I get you.
And it's the only downside of my medicine is that sometimes it makes me sleepy, and then if I crash at weird times, it makes it. That's not good.
Yeah, throws up the old schedule.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I think I made it. I think that's it. Woo.
Yeah, because if there's one type of stage like this that I can't stand, it reminds me of X6, freaking Metal Shark player.
Oh, that was the worst. It's like, we heard you liked the worst game mechanics ever invented. Would you like some more?
No,
We
you don't
heard
get
you
it. It's
like-
not bad game design. You're just bad at the game. Everyone ever. But no, it's just that sometimes the mechanics really do suck, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Sometimes it's hard
Yep.
to know the difference. Like, I think about like the Jaffe review of Metroid Dread. Like, this is a guy. He worked on God of War, and thus thinks he knows everything.
I remember this.
And thus he thinks he knows everything about every video game. And like the guys, I mean, I'm not knocking the guys, like overall, but I didn't get this take. So he just panned Metroid Dread. He's just like, oh, this should have been a $30 title. It's terrible. But if you watch him play it, it's because he is absolutely not using like any of the mechanics properly. Like they give you the tools that he's complaining about. Like 100% give you everything.
And he completely misses the wall that you can shoot out that leads you upwards.
Ugh, I'm gonna get drilled. The question is, do I get drilled? Do I get drilled in front or get drilled in the behind?
Yeah, that lava bubble is not helping.
There's Reznor number 3.
I'm not even gonna question any of these. Just like, okay, yeah, there is a spinny rhino wheel above a sea of lava. Sure.
Haven't you ever watched any Japanese game shows? This sounds pretty on brand.
That, to be fair, I haven't.
Or you ever watch the wow, why am I blanking on it now?
Wheel of Rhinos.
I'm trying. Dang. Why am I?
I'm gonna grab Yoshi so I don't have to
do
that again.
What's the name of that creepy freaking skeletal dude?
Panda.
Skeletor.
Who?
Skeletor?
Not Skeletor from. No, he does like creepy story stuff.
The Crypt
I'm
Keeper.
blanking on his Crypt Keeper. Yes, the Crypt Keeper, the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House. It's a game show that starred him.
I have not watched.
And if you go, and you can go through his place, and it's all full of spooky stuff. One of which being like you are in this stage where you are hovering, where you're supposed to be hovering over like either lava or a giant, like a giant spider web with a massive spider in it, but it's obvious green screen CGI.
It's like Nick Arcade. It's like Nick Arcade.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, Nick Arcade.
I was little. When I was little, I had no idea how they did that. That was just like TV magic. Blew my damn mind.
Yeah, even though it was obvious. Even though it was obvious, like green, like they were all in like a green room.
Yeah.
Did you guys send me the sketch request? Because we're studying.
I didn't end up doing that just because I had one like only 2 months ago, so there's not a chance I'm getting another.
And I'm
I had mine 3 months ago, so.
I mean, I guess I should submit it anyway, but I didn't.
And I reduced my patron count, so even if I do increase my
yeah.
And even if I increase my patronage, it'll still take a long time for me to get a new one because I got one at the very moment. I got one at the very moment I stated that I would end the Patreon feed.
I loved I liked that one. That was the swirly eyes.
Oh, I really like. Yeah, I really like the one I got though. Where is it? If you guys remember it, I think I have it on here. This one.
Yeah, I love that.
It was I liked it. But yeah, that was in September, which is only 3 months ago, so
Well, considering how many patrons he's got now, I don't know how many are at that tier, but considering how many patrons he's got in general, could be a minute.
Yeah, mine. And I was gonna say,
I think it's 9 to 10 months now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd show off mine, but
it's not so far.
It's yeah. I have never actually had a NSFW Rick sketch.
Neither have I.
I think all of mine were NSFW.
It's not that I didn't. It's not that like that interest wouldn't be there, but it's a lot of my stuff early on, especially like I'm more experimental now. But when I first started getting a lot more art, I really wanted it to be like video game concept art, like to a degree. Like didn't have to literally be concept art, but like that could be used for references or you know. So how did I? Oh, but sex.
I call shenanigans on that.
That was crap.
For me, I've submitted NSFW requests, but I just haven't gotten them. The only ones that have been chosen are safe for work.
Yeah, I've gotten more experimental as I've gone, but I wanted stuff that early on that was sort of legit.
I was gonna say if there's one thing that I really want to do is I want to get like multiple versions of my character that's like done by different artists as like a PNG tuber type thing. And I would give people, and if I ever get like channel points or something like that, I would give everyone the option to switch between them.
That's cool. What I want to do I want to do something similar, but I would use like different characters and ideally like a voice filter for a couple of them.
Yeah, if you want to do the voice filter thing, talk to Dan about it because he has a voice filter.
There's one that's really cool that for like making your voice exceptionally feminine that I could do for like Carnival or Kayla.
Pretty cool.
September Carnival is a character that was originally not intended to be that big a deal, but I kind of became captivated by her and her whole thing.
Najee, it's very wondering why.
Well, no, I mean, yes, obviously in that regard, but like also that the whole psychotic death goddess thing.
What?
Death 100 years.
Yeah, Carnival, basically her whole thing is that she was created to be like the paradigm of like mirth, luck, fortune, lust, abundance, that sort of thing. And it kind of went south when she found out that due to some of the protagonist's actions that she's not as immortal as she thought. And for a being that like exists for like one eternal party, like everything's a song, everything's a dance, everything's all, spin the wheel, take your chance, live in the moment,
Spin the wheel, make the deal. Spin the wheel, make the deal.
To a being like that, death is abjectly terrifying. I mean, it's scary to everybody, right? But like, she could not like countenance it. Like a world without her felt like is like a world without joy to her. Like she felt it was just like the end of like everything good. And it just very slowly started to twist her. And so she sort of becomes, she has this basically her own plan to basically seize control of the entire system to ensure her immortality. And it kind of breaks her. Mentally. So she's kind of a somewhat sympathetic villain.
How powerful is she?
She is. Well, she comes in two flavors. Like when she's her baseline form, she's formidable, but I wouldn't say like insanely powerful. Like this is her in stream chat. This is like her closer to when her normal form. But she goes through some stuff, and when she reaches this stage, she is exceptionally powerful.
Yeah, she enters final boss mode at that point.
Yeah, that form is officially called Death Mask Carnival. Oh, by the way, remember what I said about Castle 5 being the worst castle? I lied. I forgot 7 exists. I hate this castle.
I haven't the trials and stuff.
I think out of all my characters, honestly, probably Erwin is the most powerful. Not physically, but
just capability.
Yeah.
Because I know Leia's got the whole cybernetic thing going on. But yeah, so September Carnival, the reason her name is September Carnival is because she's one of 12 that were created in that system. And so she wasn't actually supposed to be that important. She was supposed to be like a secondary villain who basically like foils the whole go beat the X number of bosses to advance the story. She basically is there to throw a wrench in that. But I just really started adoring her. And then again, playing her as her in like a roleplay setting where I can be really vain and borderline psychotic was kind of fun.
Well, to be fair, she still, considering what you're mentioning about her role in the game and what she's doing now, she still fits that mechanic.
Yeah,
it's more storyline driven.
Yeah. But that's why I wanted to give it a try in that setting, because I felt that I could still kind of have some fun with it. And that was, when we started the server, that was actually right around the time that I had been developing Lost Paradigm. The whole idea for this game came when I was doing machine learning studying. And so it's fairly recent in terms of how it took shape. Okay, I cannot believe I'm breezing through this. This castle is normally such a bitch.
Honestly, a lot of my characters are like fighting abilities are shocker based off of Final Fantasy.
Kit's, that's where Kit's at. Kit's more like the whole physics bending sword fight shit. Have you ever seen Advent Children, Roshan?
No. I haven't really looked at any of the 7 stuff.
I would recommend after you play 7, you watch Advent Children, because it does suck in terms of like, I do think it was very mopey, and I do think it had some things, but several aspects of it are really good. The choreography is really good. It gives you a little bit of closure on a couple of things. Mario has defeated Larry Koopa, castle number 7. All that is left is Bowser's big-ass party castle in Las Vegas, baby. Princess Toadstool is being held for gambling debts. Can Mario rescue her and restore peace to Dinosaur Land?
So since you were mentioning final boss ones, that's actually something I thought of for like Irwin.
I'll get that in a sec, but I mean, take look at that castle, man. Come on, tell me that guy is not having like raves and orgies in there all the time. Like this is a party castle. I'm sorry. Like this is the.
I mean,
where
the
Mario.
Wonder.
Mario's going to Darkland. He's not
in
going
the Wonder
to
Castle. That's what it is basically. It's one giant rave castle.
It's just
it's
like, you know that the timing's urgent when Bowser like goes back to like some like primo fuck pad, and you're like, no, I gotta hurry.
And it was, what was this? Oh yeah, I was talking about the final boss form of Irwin.
What number do I pick? I don't even remember. I don't remember off the top of my head.
If you're interested, what I've thought about.
I am. I apologize. But 1 through 4. How about we just do that real quick, and then I'll switch. You know, I like number 4. We're gonna do 4.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, so Irwin, I apologize. Oh
so,
crap!
I've sort of thought of his final boss form as like, if he would have one, because being a Final Fantasy nerd, of course I had to think of this. It's probably not it's not canon unless like something really bad happens, but I've thought of his sort of final boss form as sort of being like a physics bending Dark Knight, like where he has like a big ass sword.
Oh,
and
I picked the worst
just...
one. I picked the. God damn it! God damn it!
Pretty good.
I picked the worst.
Because he's technically supposed to be a king.
Where it's like shortest.
So the physics bending, do you mean like more like magic stuff, or just more like he is really physically powerful?
Not more like it's pseudo, like it's magic, but it's supposed to, it's kind of like pseudo physics. Like I have like, you know,
bullshit.
It's one of those sci-fi things where you sort of just come up with, you know, they sort of you know, so he somehow has something in his sword lets him, you know, tap into untold amount of energy, maybe antimatter, you know. Antimatter collisions, you know, vacuum space, something in there, you know, some BS explanation that works given our current knowledge of physics.
That makes sense.
I was gonna say, because you were mentioning like Dark Knight, that means like, considering that Irwin was supposed to be an ally before, this would be a circumstance where every time that Irwin would use this magic, their life force would slowly drain.
I'm thinking of, well, 14 Dark Knight doesn't technically have that mechanic, although I don't know. I haven't really thought it through much mechanically and more aesthetically.
Hey, look, I found the bachelor suite.
I think Erwin. I mean, Erwin would probably be
Jeez, beloved.
basically I don't know. Canonically, I guess the reason would be I don't know. Maybe something really bad happens.
Killing them.
An invading force comes, kills Leia. Almost every his Roxanne and Benjamin are too young to take up the throne, so he sort of just becomes the de facto leader, and then sort of just goes nuts.
Gotcha.
And then-
Like grief
then becomes-
and all that.
Becomes corrupted, yeah.
Okay, Grizz,
Yeah,
I know what you're thinking. I don't think I'm
not-
capable of making the clown car noise voluntarily.
Oh yeah.
I think-
I don't
So-
know if I could either.
Okay.
Sorry, I just.
So not like evil, but like, because Dark Knights in Final Fantasy, at least in 14, are not evil. They sort of just
Okay.
have like, they're basically guardians, So it's sort of just him being, but they do have like a focus on vengeance in 14, and standing up for
Oh,
yourself.
that makes sense. So that would definitely track.
So,
A mushroom,
Yeah,
you can do
it's
better
okay.
than that, can't you, lady?
Yeah, because it was a thing where a Dark Knight would be considered more like a evil or a malevolent force from like from
four, yeah.
Final Fantasy IV, yeah.
they're
Because
different in 14 since they were like 14 has different lore.
Mm,
They're more of like an anti-hero in 14 type of character. I say anti-hero, but it's kind of weird because you're supposed to be the main hero of the game, so it's like, you still do good, but, it's not as clear-cut as, like, Paladin, right?
yeah.
Remember this fight being a lot shorter.
Like, one of the things that happens, I don't know if I want to say this because I'll spoil the Dark Knight quest line in 14.
I
don't
forgot
know
it gets really mad now. Well, I didn't forget, but like I wasn't ready. I was listening to Roshan, so I forgot the
I
clown
don't
car
know
gets
if I
really
want
pissed
to, I
off.
don't know if I want to spoil the FF14 Dark Knight quest line.
Okay,
if
I think
it
Bowser's about to
eventually
do a
gets
Dark
that.
Knight thing. It looks like he's out for that clown car is pissed. There it is. Here's what I want to know. So Peach was in there the whole time, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And like all the bowling balls and stuff. Does that mean the clown car is canonically a TARDIS?
I was gonna say it's bigger on the inside.
So of course, Kit, the question becomes: do you think Dark Mask Carnival could beat King Erwin?
Yeah, for real.
Do I think? I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that. My audio.
Do you think Dark Mask Carnival? I said the question.
Death
becomes,
Mask, yeah, Death Mask Carnival, yeah. I would say it would very much depend on where they're fighting. If they were actually fighting in like the digital system she was created in, I would definitely bet on her.
Oh, not in the digital situation. Just normal.
That would be less. Oh, good ending theme. That would be hard to say. She is ridiculously powerful, but she's just not stable. That would be her weakness. She's not like she's very much corrupted her own code and mind in order to get that power.
So basically, this whole Erwin Dark Knight thing is very inspired by the first expansion of 14, Heavensward, which involves a lot of Alexander. So I forgot to add that Erwin would also have the ability to alter, to affect time.
This is a very good best Mario ending theme.
I'm sorry, Roshan. I adore this song. I apologize. And now the viewership plummets to like -3. It's like, oh god, Kit's making noises again.
Anyways, what was I saying?
So you're saying about the Heavensward was very much inspired by that expansion.
Yeah, so one of Erwin's abilities in this mode would, since he's he has his gadgets, would be to the ability to alter time itself, like the rate of time, the rate that time progresses. You know, he'd be able to, he'd be able to make, a time bubble where he can move much faster. Does that change the calculus at all?
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So, you're just in time, Ren, for awesome ending music and all
No,
the
I
baddie.
was there the whole time. I just muted for a bit
Oh.
because my brother was being loud.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Da, 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 da. I gotta break out the hat and the cane. Da, 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 yeah, da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da. Like tap dancing. Da, da. I'm glad there's not a camera on right now. I look like an absolute dumb fuck.
I need to get an artist. I need to get art of this version of Erwin because now that I'm thinking about it, I actually like it a lot.
That would be cool. I would be interested. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. This is where I do the Fred Astaire. Da, 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 da. I'm on the ceiling, bitches. Da, 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 da. Da, da,
Dancing on the ceiling.
da, da. That's a very old person joke. Da, 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 da. Got the glitz and the glamour.
this.
Watching all the things that I killed. Watching all-
The Blarg.
I love the blarg.
The Blarg.
So goofy in this one.
Blarg. I love it.
Blarg for president. Blarg.
For real.
Da, da. No, everything on that screen can just die. That's the word. That's a terrible screen. They can all go to hell.
Now, it's between this or the Mario 6 ending theme, or 64 ending theme for, like, the best ending theme.
Oh, okay. So you want to hear something really sad? Thwimp. I love that his name is Thwimp. I'm sorry. Can we take a minute to just adore that?
I love the Wimp.
Um,
Wimps are my favorite.
So I'll tell you something kind of embarrassing. I get for some reason I don't know why. I don't know if it's like a nostalgia thing. I don't know if it's like part of the composition. But the ending themes to Mario RPG and Mario 64 get me extremely emotional for some reason.
Well, that's valid, yeah, like, totally, though.
It just does. Like,
Okay,
I actually, when I beat Mario RPG for the Switch, I actually felt like my eyes, like, starting to well up, and I just didn't even know why.
What I posted in the
I
stream
feel
chat
that's
is
what it is,
sort of the aesthetic I'm thinking of.
Oh, Luigi. Why does Luigi get to appear in the end? He didn't do anything. He was back at home sucking up ghosts.
You do have the option to play 2-player and Luigi's the other player, though.
Sucking up ghosts. Oh, God, don't clip that.